So,
Right.
realization, Andrew. Andrew, if you just threw a vest or a flannel on real quick, you could be Bobby Singer from Supernatural right now.
Oh yeah. My God. We're. Oh boy.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said
I
anything.
love
We're
this
still
so
waiting for
much.
Frank, so it's okay.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
So the
But
easiest. I will tell Andrew the key to Halloween costumes when he comes back because of facial hair. When he gets back, because there is a trick to the easiest costume of all time. You only have to get one thing for it. Well, two if you really whatever. But
Well, the easiest costume is just dress like your normal self, and if anyone asks what you're supposed to be, say I'm a nudist on strike.
nice. Very nice.
I threw I threw sunglasses on
That's
and
the
one of
game.
those "Hello, my name is," and I just wrote Steve.
That's great.
I like the. I'm still for the like. I was supposed to be a lot of things. That was yeah. That hurts.
Yeah,
I had a
it
friend.
does.
I had a friend who like got dressed in like a suit and had like a note that like in cursive said "I'm sorry" on it, and so he went as a formal apology.
Oh. Did I tell you what my son decided to do? He was in Target and he just grabbed like a T-Rex head. And we're like, what are you gonna do? He goes, you want to get the rest of it? It's not just I want the head. And I need a suit jacket and a tie. And I'm gonna wear that with the like why? I'm gonna be a Swagasaurus.
I hate that.
Swagasaurus. And then he decided he was gonna be a Bossosaurus because he stole this coffee cup from me that somebody got me, Jesus, 15 years ago that just says me boss, you not. And he carried it around with the
Oh my God!
That's amazing.
Frank,
Yes?
you look incredible.
Yeah,
You look
I like
so
it.
good.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is the only flannel I had.
it
Sean.
certainly works.
It works.
So, Andrew,
Yes.
when you need a Halloween costume in short order that you can always get, here's what you need to do. Do you have a beanie?
No.
You don't have a stocking
What?
cap of any kind?
No.
Get one.
Where
They're
do you
not.
live?
I live in New Mexico.
Get a beanie. This is
Oh, that's right. Yeah. it's
get
hot
a
all the
light
time.
beanie. Get a light beanie.
Okay.
You have a flannel. And go to Ace Hardware or Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever,
Mhm.
and get a axe. And you have instant lumberjack.
There you go.
All you need is a beanie and an axe and a flannel shirt, and you can do a lumberjack. And if you happen to have a pea coat, which I do, you just drop the axe, pull on the coat, and you're a sailor. You're a merchantman. It's perfect. And you
Little
can
round
switch back.
sunglasses. You're Leon the professional.
Leon. No, Andrew's beard is too thick for Leon the professional.
That's
You
true.
gotta go thin, scraggly with that one.
One day, this will be long enough that I can put braids in it, and so I can just go as Gimli
There you go.
every year, forever.
Yeah, my brother and his
100%
wife
here for
did the Viking thing for Halloween this year.
That's good stuff. Hang on. What'd you need? I'm going to the bar. Goodbye. Say hello to Quincy. Apologize once more for painting him.
Good boy.
He is a good boy. He was pretty tired of us trying to get the paint off yesterday, though.
That's why I could do it today.
All right. Bye. All right. She's gone. Get the tequila.
Oh, I can't see Frank's video. Dang it! I saw it.
You can't see my video? Do you need me to stop it and
It's back. It's
start
back
the
now
game?
for me. All right.
I'll see.
Oh, Will says happy Halloween. Hello, Will. Sorry, we haven't really. So we haven't really got it going because we decided to.
I'm trying to figure out
I
Halloween
apologize.
costumes.
I put my pocket watch back in the wrong spot. That's why I was a little extra late.
I got a free pass because everyone's supposed to be dressing up as who they think their character would dress up as for a bad high school house party, Halloween party. And I'm not going, so I didn't have to dress up. So
No, you have to dress up as all the NPCs.
I am.
All at
We'll
once.
say black T-shirt is definitely what I wore underneath
Theater
every
black.
scaring costume I ever had.
Have your theater blacks, you know.
Theater.
Oh,
blocks,
yeah.
there you go.
See, yeah, I'm
What are you supposed to be? A Bunaku
I'm
puppeteer?
I'm one of the stage hands. I'm just the stage
There
hand
you
in the
go.
back,
That's perfect.
just
All right, now
moving.
my camera's not coming through. What the hell?
Maybe hold on. Let me
I can
close.
see you now, Frank. It's okay.
Okay, good. I was just. It occurred to me that
Joyce, can you
maybe.
see me?
Hers isn't
No, I
coming
can't.
on Joyce's, not on the stream.
Yeah, mine says yours says that the camera's actually mute. Oh wait, now if I click on you, it's not. Oh, you're back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Marvelous.
if everybody's cameras are on, I can tell that you're always in the same place because the
Yes.
little notepad file that I open across the top of the screen so that I can remember moment to moment what the hell everybody's names are lines up with your photos.
Will got Caleb's costume instantaneously. Good job.
You're
Good job,
welcome.
Will.
You're welcome.
Bobby Singer, right there. Boom.
He's like, why does Caleb look like
Love
Bobby
it.
Singer? LOL, I love it.
Because
It's because I just look like Bobby Singer.
I told you, just throw on a flannel and you got it.
yeah,
It's
it's
true.
that might be the easiest thing. Apparently, I could just do what's the guy from Breaking Bad? I've never seen it.
Walter
Walter
White.
White.
You don't
Half-
shave your head.
Half the people in any of my comments on any of my videos is like, why do you just look like whatever the name of the actor is?
Bryan
The
Cranston.
Yeah,
thing
why-
too is that
Why are
If you-
you
if you-
Wish.com Brian Cranston? Yeah.
Yikes.
if you gave yourself a skin fade just up to your hat line, throw on a pork pie, and you wouldn't even have to shave your whole head.
Oh, yeah. I got to go in for. I'm going to go in for a haircut tomorrow. I need to get a pork pie though. Oh, it's
Speaking of,
way too much work.
sorry, that reminded me. I also need a haircut before the cruise gig that I just booked. It's only 1 week. I'll tell you about it later. But
Yeah.
there's another weird
Yeah,
day happening.
And I will parenthetically note that next week might be really weird because there's a ridiculous amount of stuff going on. So,
Yeah.
at
That
our
might line up.
household. All right. When we last left our heroes, Mitzi was trying to get the struggle bus away from the school.
目を凝らして見てみましょう。赤い四角いこの車がどういう状態でったのか。
The last thing I remember is
I'm just playing the video right now. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
Mitzi was trying to get away from the school using the bus video, like the bus video. That's it. That went really well, I think. I think that whole operation was really very smooth.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
it was great. We did it.
I should say, when we last left our heroes, Will, you missed us last week, so let's catch Will up. So the group decided that since there were agents, Silas decided, let's be clear, that since there were agents of AEGIS apparently watching them in the high school, that what they needed to do was see if they could get some records of what the hell they were there for, what they knew, what was going on.
Wait. Joyce, you gotta let us do it so we can like do the in-game like sort of like.
Do you guys have conditions to get rid of? Who wants to do it? Silas should
sure
do
I
it.
do.
We have conditions to
Does
get rid
does
of.
Mitzi have conditions to get rid of? Is that a real?
What?
Who
She
has-
would never.
She would always, never or always have conditions. She has 3 right now.
There's
What?
not more. I feel
How
like
does
Joyce
she
has
have?
more than me.
How do you have 3? You like work to get rid of? No. Perry
Because
has 1.
I did I failed my burn.
Caleb has 2.
I'm
Okay.
pretty good about like staying away from.
Well, yeah,
getting
you're.
conditions.
In order
I'm
for
pretty
me to
good
use
at
my
staying
powers, I
away
get
from-
conditions.
Yeah, Silas. I'm pretty good at staying away from narrator emotional attachment. Anyway,
so good.
Amazing. Or at least am really good at clearing them very quickly, even if it means breaking my hands.
Silas says, "I'm very good at getting at staying away from getting wrapped up in my emotions." Narrator, he was not.
So
Mitzi.
I will do
Mitzi,
recap.
go.
So
Yeah, you recap.
Please do.
So last game, I decided that we need to get more information because the school's being overran by AEGIS for some odd reason. We don't know why. And
Kinda run.
so you know what? Let me, I'm telling my story, okay? Stay out of it. So we decided to break into the office by using a portal. And it was Mitzi and Silas that were in the office trying to gather the information. Perry was at controls, and Caleb was off in a monkey costume causing chaos and being a distraction. What happened? Is
He
that
was
actual
poised.
monkeys
He was
came?
poised to cause destruction. And then you guys kind of flubbed it a little bit, and he was like, "Let me in there!" So he ran in with the gorilla suit and the spray paint.
Yes.
She's getting there.
I
Let
was
her get
getting-
there.
Let me get there! Stop spoiling. And then, so, the portals, I guess, pulled the monkeys back or something. I don't know, but they appeared. And then Caleb came in and decided to cause chaos. Mitzi was holding them off as we finished getting the chip, USB card, whatever. And Harry opened a portal. Mitzi was thrown in it by Silas. And then the portal closed, so Silas was busy fighting the monkeys. And then Caleb decided to reveal his powers and revealed that it was him in the monkey suit. Facing the actual other monkeys, the what are they called? Simodians?
Semioids.
Semioids, yeah. Eventually, Mitzi got back in there, grabbed the boys, and Bubbles, pulled them back. Caleb had a revelation.
Did we name the monkey? Why did we name the monkey?
We didn't name the monkey.
Who's Bubbles? Oh, in Bubbles.
In Bubbles.
In Bubbles.
I thought you said and Bubbles, like we named the monkey Bubbles, like Michael Jackson, because we took a monkey back.
I was gonna say
No,
Dragon
they
Ball
didn't.
Z, but
The monkey didn't end up coming back. The bubbles are basically the way I see it. Mitzi's combination of a hamster ball and those little leashes that you can put on toddlers to keep them from going too far away. And that's what she dropped you two into.
That makes sense.
yeah. Also, if we're talking about monkeys, I'm thinking about Dragon Ball Z Bubbles, not like. And yeah, we were able to get in, but Caleb realized that the
Semioids.
Semioids, god fuck, were caught in this too, and not really our enemy, and he was having a breakdown. And Mitzi gets everybody back on the bus, drives it away, as you saw, and had to, we all had to like come together and calm Caleb down and like get him back to us. I think it's where we ended it. So.
And there was a lovely thing where Perry is doing a little etched metal thing with a beautiful poem on it.
Yes.
So
Aw.
good.
It was a good poem, and then oh god, what was it? There was
It's
something.
Invictus, depending on how good your Latin is.
It's an
I-
it's an actual.
it-
I mean, it's a pretty well-known poem.
Yeah, it's a real poem, but the most well-known refrain from it popped into my head as I was replaying game chapters in my mind and realized like my major comfort and supports for Caleb have been stop defining yourself by your mother and stop defining yourself by the monkeys, which is why I am the captain of my fate, I am the master of my soul, or vice versa. Whatever that last refrain is, just resonated. I was like, oh my god, I have to do this for him. So that's why that happened.
Yeah. That's it for last game.
Hey,
And
I sent this. It was a busy week, so ignore the DM. But Mr. Silas Shepard, a question for
Yes,
you.
sir.
Have you defined all of the schools and towns that Silas? Like, my question is, are you winging that catchphrase every week, or have you written down all those cities somewhere? Do they exist?
Out of game,
Uh-huh.
no, I'm winging it every week.
Cool. That's
I
amazing.
I just live in the South and happen to know a lot of cities.
Yeah, that's great, and that I think that's amazing. I love everything about that. So that makes.
What catchphrases? What am I missing?
I'm
just
just
a
a
boy.
simple kid from Biloxi, Mississippi, or whatever it happens to be that
Yeah.
week.
Gotcha.
I'm
Lovely.
just a simple kid from Conway, Arkansas.
Yeah.
all right,
just a-
I'm getting rid of Afraid. No one's.
All right, you
Yay.
can get rid of Afraid.
Yay.
At about 5:00 in the morning, everybody gets an email. Hang on. this where it is? Here's the email. Over in Roll20.
Wow. That's I bet there's major infrastructure problems all over the city if water mains are just breaking like that. That's indicative of some
Did
Oh,
we
and
do
it is-
that?
I was just saying, it is at this point that we have to ask a question that only loose cannon teenagers and Steve Urkel ask themselves. Just, did I do that?
yes.
Did I do that?
It was a water main break in the shape of a psychically constructed blue whale that went
Right.
swimming through the
Amazing.
entire high school main hallway. Did the
Hey,
water main break?
It was a sperm whale, not a blue whale.
There's a difference.
Yes, the blue whale's
I think
bigger.
that's not as long as and much more
Yes.
girthy. I think is that what we're saying?
For those of us who will be listening to this on a podcast later, due to a water main break resulting in some cosmetic damage, as well as some of the more significant damage to the school's electrical systems, all classes will be conducted remotely for the remainder of the week to allow facilities time to effect repairs. Unfortunately, the school's Halloween dance has also been canceled. All courses will switch to an online virtual schedule. Following the normal in-class schedule, your instructors will contact each class with details.
Sorry, did you say we have a podcast?
I mean, I just bounce stuff back over to my other podcast later.
Could be.
Okay.
It's
Who
automatic.
knows?
It's not even automatic. I
Um,
strip out the audio and I put it up on the thing.
I have an idea. I think the school's Halloween dance should still happen, but that involves finding a warehouse and hacking into the servers so that I can get everybody's email so that I can
Harry.
let them know how to get there.
Harry.
So
What?
You're
Perry,
doing too
What?
much.
What?
No,
Is that too
nobody
much?
was going to the Halloween dance anyway. It's lame every year. We go to the house party.
So Perry is typing that you guys are like actually having this chat, but you guys would not normally get out of bed for anything. But school being switched to virtual, so you can now totally sleep in. All of you are
Right.
texting by like 5:45. At,
So early. So
and
early.
most of it was Perry's like bleep bleep bleep. At
We can make
5:50
this happen. We can make this happen.
at 5:51 as a
Harry's doing
reply
the
to,
most.
at 5:51 as a reply to the original email, where apparently all the recipients are in BCC, so you can't see who was actually invited. Zhao just says, "Party at my house. My folks are out of town." No idea who's on the actual like recipient list.
What could possibly?
How
go
did she
wrong?
get? But I mean,
How did she reply all to a BCC?
she did no. She did a
This kid's
reply
got
to the
skills.
original email, and then whoever she actually sent it to was a BCC.
Ah, okay.
And then, yeah, Mitzi will like screen cap that and send it to the group. Like, see?
And
We're
you guys actually already all got it.
I knew I liked her.
So
Did
that,
you didn't text her back, sir?
I was alone in a bunker building a robot for 50 years. Of course I want to go to a party.
cool.
uh,
I need somebody to go with me to get stuff to make snacks.
Of course you do.
It's a house
I don't-
party. You don't need to make snacks.
I don't need to make snacks, but I'm going to.
Okay, so quick question, and again, we're still like,
Mhm.
is the journey important to you, or do you just need the ingredients?
I just need the ingredients.
Okay, don't get vertical for a minute,
it's
and
the
just send me a
Get
list.
vertical for a minute.
Did you just tell me to not get vertical?
Yes.
I don't know what that
I mean,
means.
Stay in bed.
What?
I will teleport the food to on top of you.
Yes.
Oh. Put it
right
Imagine
on your
this
calendar,
portal just
like,
opening over your bed and this like sacks of shit falling onto your bed.
Hey, send it to the Send it to the sanctuary. I don't have a kitchen here.
Well,
Oh, it's already dropped
in,
now.
in my thought, like
Mm.
I just assumed you were like in Perry's head, the sanctuary is your house the same way the bunker is my house.
Yeah, I don't think we know where Caleb lives.
I really don't. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I have a map of his childhood home in my brain, but not like so.
I don't
anyway.
like that.
I have an idea.
You don't like that.
I have an idea.
You don't.
I don't even remember my childhood home that well. Come on now.
Yeah, there's like 6 bags of marshmallows and a like a pallet of Rice Krispies and I don't know.
In the back of my head, the very idea that any of you guys think that Caleb sleeps in the sanctuary terrifies Caleb, because Caleb has fallen asleep in the sanctuary before, and he has found out that is not a fun ride.
Oh wow!
Like, you don't sleep in the sanctuary? Oh God, no! No! Like, why is that such a bad thing? No reason.
Only a sanctuary in the
knows
sun's
now.
out.
Mitzi knows now. Mitzi now knows 100% why you don't sleep in the sanctuary.
Yeah, if that's
She
what
saw
things
that.
are, yeah, no, thank you.
That's how you, like, I love that. I love that, like, that conversation in the text that's like, you don't sleep at the sanctuary? And both Mitzi and Caleb immediately respond, no, why would you ever do that? Like, in all caps.
Just seeing, how did my SMS suddenly have 72-point font?
It's the weirdest thing.
Didn't even know that was mechanically possible.
Anyway.
Be like, hold on, let me find a GIF to like what you'll do.
I see this coming.
So, and thank you so much for the many people are typing notion. I love that.
Many
so much.
people are typing. Just aren't you sleeping there? Many people are. Several people are typing.
No.
It's like, how are you going to teleport to his house? I don't know where he lives. Well, I know where he lived as a kid. I don't like that. You don't like that. Okay. Wow. All right.
I like that it hasn't occurred to you guys that
Also,
the guy whose main job is trying to preserve the timeline wouldn't know everything about you.
this is something I just noticed and has nothing to do with anything. But I really like that there's a pugilist squid. That's the...
Excuse me. They're the fighting Kraken.
I know! It's amazing.
God, where did you find that? That is so good. So good.
I'm so happy with that. It just brings me so much joy.
I'll tell you,
It's really cute.
It's very complicated because it's a result of a very, very complicated April Fool's joke from the back when I was doing my master's program, which was out on Whidbey Island outside of Seattle, and they did an April Fool's joke about how the school was tired of being the Wildcats, which had no connection with Whidbey Island, and they wanted to switch it to the Fighting Kraken. And they did this whole bit, and the town actually got kind of upset about it because they didn't realize it was April 1st, and the kids all loved the idea. The adults didn't. People made signs, and then they were like, "Guys, it was April 1st. It was April."
Funny.
Yeah,
I dig it.
but
Also, I love how it has a little tattoo.
Yep.
It's R.
Edna. I think it was Edna. Anyway. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of concept art for the Fighting Kraken at that point. There are also weirdly like several esports teams that are like the Fighting Kraken that have much cooler Illithid looking logos.
Mm-hmm.
If you go digging for them. Anyway, all right. So you find yourself awake quite early. And as you see, this is from Vice Principal Cole. All courses will switch to online virtual schedule. Your instructors will contact each class with details. The first two, this is apparently news to your teachers, because the first two courses, well, actually, looking at the schedule that you guys actually have, which is a
Sounds like I have 2 free periods in which to do nothing. So I've got I think my day starts shop and shop.
something like that. Let me, where's the, let's get the spreadsheet. Let's get the spreadsheet of Doom up.
I find it. Gotta pull it up.
Ooh, actually, that means I have time to build all the stuff I'm not allowed to build at school.
Well, zero session 0 period doesn't
It's like-
really matter.
Right.
They're not going to do that
And that's
anyway.
just me hanging out with the shop teacher anyway. Well,
Math sends out homework. They're not going to do the virtual class. I'm not set up for the virtual thing yet. My camera's not working.
Mm.
So
It's
that's
not being done ever.
What's that? Oh, that
It's like-
homework? Yeah.
Yeah, Schmitzy looks at that. She's like, no.
That's not happening. That's not ever going to happen. And
I feel like
the main thing is social studies. Who did we side with social? Social studies. Yeah, social studies is just the social studies teacher sends out a series of like 8 YouTube and TikTok links on current events and says, write me 3 paragraphs on how all of these are connected. Or 3 sentences, whatever. But figure out how it's connected. Conspiracy mind, go! That's how she ends it. Is just...
oh, you can just rock me to sleep tonight.
So it isn't really until like almost 10:30 that any of you guys have a class that expects anybody to actually log in and do anything. And even that, Perry, you've got to pass on that because of it's comp sci and they just have you programming stuff right now. And they just say continue on current project. PE is a buy. He just sends out like basically a workout. Like like he just sends like a rep thing, like the kind of thing that it literally, because half the time for PE, it's like just a whiteboard with like what they're supposed to do that day. And the guy must have just gone into school and taken a picture of the whiteboard that he had already done up for that day. And that's what he sends out, is just a picture of the whiteboard with what you're supposed to do. So it's like,
If you don't do this, you're only cheating yourself. Yeah, coach.
well, and we've established who that PE teacher is. So it's basically like, we've established who that PE teacher is. And he's like, if you don't have a kettlebell, get a 10-pound weight. If you don't have a 10-pound weight, get a milk jug and fill it with water. And then he's got these very, very slow, and it says it several times in the, it's like, I can't, he's got this, what do you call that? The lunges? He's got this thing he calls like a
warrior pose.
Like he's got these lunges that he calls like samurai lunges, where you're like forward, but then you're supposed to take the weight and do this like you're swinging doing a sword. And he's like, 20 samurai lunges, both sides, slow, and that's the entire workout.
I know some of you are training to be superheroes.
Or where you'd like to be.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, Perry, you don't have to worry about anything until physics.
Sounds like this is my day to catch up on all the math homework that some of the other kids are paying me to do.
Also, Mitzi's like, hey, can you give my homework?
Yeah. It's like he does that with his offhand while he's concentrating on other stuff. It's like bicameral mind, go. Yeah.
So I'm gonna send a text at the beginning of the day when we get this. Guess who's got a 5-day weekend?
Yeah, you don't really have anything that you have to lock in on, Caleb, until biology. Although you do get a Zoom request from your choir teacher when you're supposed to be in there as a TA.
Answer it, but I'm like I'm no hair done. I'm just like I just woke up. Yo.
He's in a purple and magenta flannel bathrobe. I don't think he's really gonna.
Fantastic. I don't feel out of place. Ugh.
Caleb,
What's up?
well, I just thought I wanted to kind of touch base. I ducked into the school today to pick up some papers, and got to look at the.
The water main break?
I mean, it looks like water damage, in that it was waterborne creatures.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Great.
I mean,
Roll deception.
I don't believe that, but
I mean, that's probably the smart decision.
is everything all right?
It is now.
Was it? Did you have an educational evening in something? When you were engaged in completely unrelated activities.
I did indeed learn something. I did very much so learn something.
As a teacher, I always want to make sure that when a student feels that they've learned something, that they make sure that they find out whether or not they have any follow-up questions. Do you have any follow-up questions, Caleb?
Oh, do I have follow-up questions? I'm gonna go get some coffee and some breakfast. I know it's like 2 p.m. I'm gonna go get some breakfast and coffee, and then we will have this discussion, but I am not currently awake enough for this.
All right, I'll wait out here.
Okay, I'll be back.
I have my tea.
Okay. I come back with like a 44-ounce like soda cup just filled with iced coffee.
You're familiar with the idea of like the tea thing that like floats in the tea with the tea inside of it, and it's like a thing
Yes.
that just floats there. So his teacup is a Deadpool head,
That's amazing.
and then the floater is like a rubber ducky that just floats in Deadpool's open skull.
So is the
I
assumption
need one.
that like DC and Marvel comics exist as like a fictional universe in this world?
Sure.
Is that
Yes.
okay?
I mean, otherwise, how can we make the Batman jokes?
It's true.
I think it's
Well-
really important.
Oh, unless Batman was real, in which case, ooh, that's a terrifying thought.
You know what? It'd be funnier if it was like a Cthulhu skull, but we'll go with whatever it is. We'll go with Deadpool because it's,
Funny.
why not?
Um,
Actually, it's just Deadpool and Howard the Duck that exist in all universes.
just those two.
Just those two.
That tracks.
Everything else
That makes so much
everything
sense.
else has to be negotiated, but Deadpool and Howard the Duck always break all the fourth walls. So
So I'm gonna come back with enough coffee to drown, a human being.
Right.
better.
What? Almost. What was my mom? Like, I know that's a very vague question, but I need a starting point.
She was a very talented woman and very dedicated to protecting this world and several others from metaphysical threats. And she was also a trained sorceress and quite talented.
Okay. So, Aegis said she had a psychotic break. You said she didn't.
Is that
According to Aegis.
is that their current working theory?
Yes.
We've argued about that in the past. It's disappointing that they decided to settle on that as the official line, but I don't think unofficially they have entirely written off any other options.
Okay. So, what happened to her exactly then? Why did she stop?
We were driving off a supernuminal entity.
Did you say supernuminal?
Superdimensional? Supradimensional? I guess terminology is a little bit shaky with regards to that sort of thing.
Oh, so not like a numbers monster, but
No.
like a dimensional monster.
Sure. Numinal.
Oh.
I was thinking like light as opposed to numbers when I said numinal. Me personally, that was Doyce's little mental short circuit. We had faced it before. She had faced it and took it, the whole thing's existence rather personally. And we don't exactly know what happened. To be fair to Aegis, nobody knows exactly what happened. We all have our theories. Aegis's theory is that she faced off against the thing, something that man was not, or woman, was not meant to know, and suffered predictably. They have you ever heard the Ant-Man mind theory for exposure to extra dimensional beings? It might have been referenced in the papers. No. Say you're an ant,
Okay.
and your consciousness is put into the mind of a person, like a full-size person that happens to be standing over you, and then you're walking around and you're looking at this great big world that's all around you, and then your presence is put back into the space of an ant, just slapped right back in there, and you just have to cope with it. That's what real madness comes from, in my experience. From being exposed to these kinds of beings, Caleb, it's not from them being particularly hideous. I mean, things are ugly, but I mean, so isn't everything Bagel from Einstein Brothers. I mean, it's just that no one that I know of goes mad from something like that. So really, it's that changing in awareness, and they think that she was exposed to something that she could not cope with, and has gone mad and has the power to make that madness everybody else's problem. And while that could have happened and is not incorrect in terms of the scope and everything like that, what I do know about your mother is that she was very, very excited about having her first child. And I know that she has made you suffer, and I just can't imagine that even mad that she would do that. So I have gone to great lengths to identify other theories that are equally possible, but take that into account. And that would mean that she's not involved directly in this, because she wouldn't be trying to hurt you. And based off of that, I think that what happened is that some little sliver of that being made its way, came back with her the last time that she faced it, and had long ago replaced her. So what you're dealing with is not your mother, but this other being. Which, if I am delivering calmly and not particularly empathically, I apologize, but I actually mean it to be a comfort, because your mother passed when you've always thought that she did, and she is a fine and upstanding and heroic woman, and you just have a monster to fight, which I think of as a comfort compared to what you may be imagining is happening, which is that she's a monster who's trying to harm you, your actual mother, which I don't believe is the case. I don't
she's
know if
human.
this is true. What's that? Say it again.
So my mom was human.
Yes, of course.
And now now you think she might not be, or at least whatever's parading around is her.
Yes, correct. I don't believe that
Cool.
that's her.
That was my. When I said what was she, I meant in the most literal term.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to go think a lot now.
well,
But I appreciate that information. That's good info. That I don't know if it makes me feel better, but it doesn't make me feel worse, and that's a victory recently. So
I understand that. I think I should make it clear that this would have happened before you were born, but not by much, but enough. And some of what your father dealt with before you were born in those intervening months is probably some of the reason that he had some difficulty discussing your mother with you, because he would have.
Did he fight
No.
Albert's abominations too?
No, he didn't know about it, which I didn't necessarily condone. That was your mother's choice, but he did not know that that was happening until afterwards. And
Got it.
he always sort of attached that knowledge to me because I was the one that told him. So he blamed me, which I can't really blame him for. So we were never
Close.
very close once he found out that that was something that I knew that he hadn't known. Because we were friends outside of that, all of us, just
Okay.
as regular, normal people, but we kept things at your mother's behest, which again, wasn't a huge fan of.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm right, Caleb, but I think I'm more right than Aegis is. But most heroes think that. So,
I mean, I would prefer your theory for sure. Because
and that's why I'm suspicious of it, because I would too. And things that I would prefer to be, you have to kind of squint at. Extra hard.
skepticism is never a bad thing.
Fair enough. Have you been working on
Okay.
your scales?
Of course I have. I mean, I've been doing it at like 3 a.m, but I've been doing it.
Singing along with Phantom does not count as practice, Caleb.
You know I don't sing along to Phantom, okay? It's Fiddler or nothing.
Very well. All right. I will see you in actual class tomorrow. We are going to have virtual, and I'm going to need you to help me wrangle all of those.
I will be awake and caffeinated for your class, I promise.
Oh, goody. Be careful. Be careful. The creature that we're talking about, just be careful.
I will do exactly that.
All right.
And then I'm going to immediately send a text message to the group. Guys, there might be a monster wearing my mom as a suit. That's awesome.
Wait. There's a monster wearing my mom as a suit, and that's the best news I've heard in the last 3 days.
Jeez.
Silas, what are you up?
Like,
Silas, what are you up to during all of this? The school broken school shenanigans.
Well, did I get any information back from Perry about what we actually found when we
Right.
broke in?
I think the easiest thing to do would be to ask me about topics, and what was kind of learned from that, rather than me just
Yeah,
garbage dump.
I got you. Right, for sure. What does Aegis think is going on in the school?
Okay. Aegis is seeing activity, extra-dimensional activity in the school that is detrimentally affecting the meta serotonin levels of most of the students. That's not exactly what they say, but there's sort of like this weird metaphysical / scientific stuff that's being mixed together in there. But the idea is something is screwing with the kids' general happiness levels is what it boils down to. And that's
In the story. Not in the story, not in real life.
I mean, sure.
I'd be sad sometimes.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah,
More
I'm
than
following.
yeah, and honestly, the best part about what's been grabbed is there's some like doc files in there with commentary in the sidebar. The commentary. Okay, this may be going back a little bit, but did you guys ever have like, were you like doing gaming stuff when like Shadowrun 3rd edition was like a going deal where they turned out a lot of their content?
I was not using the
Okay.
Shadowrun system
You
because
think we play Shadow, or at least I play Shadowrun? Funny.
I played
I
Shadowrun,
just-
but the worst system to play Shadowrun with
It's Shadowrun. I get that. The best part about Shadowrun is all the stuff that isn't the game system. legit. And like the
The
most
lore is amazing.
Yeah, the lore is amazing, and one of the best things about the lore is like they will download a PDF of like a weapons and equipment magazine, and it's like each page is a new piece of equipment, but then it's the chat, like it's the comment thread. Never read the comments, but it's like a comment thread that isn't shit for every single one of those things, and it's the comment threads where all of this stuff really sings, right? And in most of these documents, it's the analyst comment threads where the real gold is at. Because somebody will be like, what the fuck is this even saying? WTF is this even saying? And somebody's like, high school makes a sad. Halcyon City South makes sad bad. We fight extra bad sad at Halcyon City. And like, thank you, Frank, for that, whatever. It's like,
Amazing.
there's metaphysical extra sad stuff in the air, and we're putting lights in that seem to drive it back? Question mark? Interrobang?
Do we know if this has to do with Kayla's mom or the monkeys or somebody else?
There are two going theories with this, and one is they do not know.
Good theory.
But they
Good starting
think
point.
they don't know, but they think it's magical in nature because the what was his name? The music teacher, Mr. Felton? No. What's the
Felton.
music?
Felton was the TikToker.
Yeah, what's the actual music teacher's name?
I don't remember.
I can't remember his name. But the
We can just go with Felton. It's fine.
Yeah, because the music teacher is there and not telling them what he's there for.
Stevens,
Thank you. The we'll hyphenate it. We'll call him Mr. Felton Stevens.
it's
There we go.
right there at the bottom.
No, I want it
It
to
says
be.
Squire Stevens.
Oh yeah, but I want to hyphenate it.
Oh, okay.
It's funnier that way. Anyway.
Okay.
Fine. Anyway, the going theory is since he's there, it may be magical, but that's literally the only thing they've got. It's like they don't see any scientific reason or any like extra dimensional stuff or science jiggery pokery, so they think it must be magic because that's kind of where that stuff falls into. And maybe some sort of psychic vampirism, something like that.
Fun.
Why would Felton Stevens have shown up if it weren't that? But literally the fact that there's a hero who normally deals with that kind of weird shit is their argument for why it's probably that kind of weird shit. That's theory one. Okay. Theory two is you guys didn't properly get rid of the teacher and she's still muxing about with everything.
Gotcha.
Which there's a little bit of like, hey, we got rid of her just fine. But that's one of their going theories. Perry's like reading the document and looks over at the little like glass enclosure, the terrarium with the two frogs in it. He looks at the chalkboard. He looks at the chalkboard where he's making notes with the chalk, and he's like, "Oh shit." Set that chalk down over there. So that's their two theories. Is that's what's going on there. There's a lot of weird cross-document references to if it is you guys and it is the teacher, then does that go back to the spooky Sentinel Plaza incident? Is that actually still the Sentinel Plaza incident? So, are the unknown statues that are showing up in Sentinel Plaza connected to the school? None of the people that are showing up in Sentinel Plaza appear to be students from the school. None of the students in the school are missing. Is it weird that out of this fairly broad sample size, there are absolutely no students from the high school? Doesn't that seem weird? So on and so forth. So that's a little extra bit of info because apparently AEGIS does know about the disappearing people. Or at least the fact that the statues coincide with some of the disappearing people. And they're trying to theorize as to whether or not there's a connection, but they don't see one. Um, so that's kind of what that's ask me more or different things or other things or whatever. That's kind of what they have going on there. They know that there's weird shit going on. They think it's probably connected to you guys. They're not 100% sure on what specifically is causing the weird stuff.
Gotcha.
They are seeing it get worse. Like they feel like it's getting stronger. They're having to do. Go ahead.
How high up does it go? Do the exemplars know about it? Does the president know about it? Is this something they're trying to keep on the DL, or does this look like it's going to escalate pretty soon?
As far as the school goes, the school situation is right now. Let's put this another way. Felton Stevens is the only registered, or I shouldn't say registered, recorded. We'll call him a superhero. He would roll his eyes at that. He's the only recorded superhero that's actually decided to independently be on site here because of what's going on at the school. Because they know about it. So no, the exemplars do not know about this. This is something that AEGIS is currently dealing with all on their lonesome. They haven't decided because they don't really know what's going on. They don't really know what to ask anybody to help out with. And Felton's whole group has how should they put it? A documented historic dislike of working with AEGIS. So
sounds right.
Yeah. That group does not play well with government agencies. So, no, this is you have to branch out to that. Like the exemplars are definitely aware of the whole Sentinel Plaza thing, but they don't realize they're not dealing with what's going on at the school. The thing that happened with the teacher, like they're nominally aware of it, but they don't see that as a connection necessarily to the school. They do see that maybe as a connection to you, or was that part of the school? Going theory seems to be that was a thing that probably was going to happen at the school anyway, but you guys definitely attracted the teacher's attention more so than anybody else at the school would have. So was it directly pointed at you? Probably not. Maybe.
Sure.
Sorry. There's a lot of theories, and they haven't come into really any solid. They have a lot of theories. They don't have a lot of. We absolutely know this is the case, except for the fact that they do know that Caleb's mom is involved somehow, or that she's been cited. So, they record that in different ways. There's some theories that she's always going to be cited wherever Caleb is cited. Possibly she's another psychic manifestation of his, just like the whales and the other stuff.
Right.
Like it's all Caleb's fault. Yeah, there's a fairly strong growing theory that that's just him flogging himself emotionally. Whenever mom shows up, it's just Caleb being particularly hard on himself. So
I'll buy you a laurel tree and a sauna.
Thank you.
There's a lot of anyway. So that's it seems all relatively benign-ish. Except for the fact that they're keeping you guys completely out of the loop. They're all what they're doing at the school at least seems relatively benign. The ranking member on site is the vice principal. He does not usually do field work. That has been noted. He assigned himself specifically to field work for this one. He is not normally in the field for this kind of thing because he's like a director level or above at AEGIS normally. So it'd be like Nick Fury going undercover, sort of. Or, well, no. It'd be more like when Nick Fury was around having Colton go undercover for a long assignment as opposed to like for a weekend. It's just weird that somebody at that level would be doing that. Feel free to go, I would like to know why. At which point in time we throw some dice in here. But this is all just information you guys already got.
I gotcha.
And they've got incidentally, Perry, they've got a ton of stuff on like which rooms is it manifesting in, the times, the dates. They've got heat maps of the school with like, stuff on the map and like where the extra activity, psychoactive activity is at. Different energy signatures related to that. They've got a separate color code for one of them that is you're really like it's a really steady and persistent pattern, and it takes you a little while, and you basically go, oh, because it's Mitzi's class schedule, and the energy is brighter in the classes where she's bored. Because she's like, oh, she's subconsciously just doing random crap because she's not. Oh, that
tracks.
Yeah,
that 100% tracks.
Yeah.
So
Oops.
you can disregard that as data you don't need. Let's just set that aside.
that can run in the background like a spell timer that I just have, and yeah. So I feel like I'm like absorbing like you said, the chat log. Of
and you had that whole thing that
is where the gold is.
You also had that other message that got sent over.
That's what I'm talking. So I feel like I'm mostly working on the algorithm that is basically going to be like my virtual the Turing machine but the one that he built in World War II to crack the Enigma. Like it's my virtual vat to translate the data that we got from the oh shit, did that come from the monkeys
thing
until maybe I shouldn't have rescued those frogs. So I'm thinking that might be like, if I can get the algorithm to a point where it can start crunching that message, then I can be like, hey gang, let's have a quick little ceremony for these dudes. But really that's just an excuse for you to be near me in case I screw this up.
So you want to have a ceremony for the frogs?
I just want us to all say bye-bye to the frogs, and then I want to send them away. In much the same manner that it ended up being someplace not here, but remember I distinctly saying, like where are you going to send her? It's like, well, if Sesame Street was on the elemental plane of fire, that's where I want her to go. And I feel like
the teacher?
The frogs need to go to the science classroom on the school of that set on the elemental plane of fire. But they've been cool. They've been
absolutely cool.
They've been fine. It's just the fact that they are probably like little, teacher polyps that are still existing in this space. Maybe we could get rid of those.
Gift that Mo dropped in the chat. Perfect.
That's perfect. That is exactly it.
Elmo in front of the fire is like the best.
Tastes like burning.
I have to know, when did you put the suspicious looking toddler? Like, what was said that made you do that?
Oh god, what was it? It was whenever Caleb sent us the text about like his mom wearing like a monster wearing his mom's flesh suit or something. That's awesome.
Oh my god. That is. I mean, the nose are also pretty good too, but that's good stuff. That's really good stuff. All right. I mean, the thing is, you've been handling the chalk. You've been in contact with the chalk more than the frogs ever were.
Well, I mean, I don't specifically have her piece of chalk though, right? Because I remember I tried to get it, and I was like, and like blown across the classroom. But then
the last thing was the two frogs with the chalk in your pocket. You've been using the same chalk stick for This whole time.
Okay, I thought okay, because I remember getting blown back across the classroom, and suddenly I was next to the frogs. I was like, well, they gotta come with. But I thought when I went to grab her chalk that I didn't get the chalk, but I touched it the same way, like an improperly wired electric fence, and it like blew me across
You
the
did,
culvert.
but you
kind of
got
thing.
it. You got it anyway.
Okay, I thought I didn't have that
You
chalk.
did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Because
yeah,
remember
so,
that the
okay, then
last shot from that episode was the two frogs rubbing up against the chalk in your pocket.
Okay,
Like just
I
kind of
thought they
walking
were-
around in there and just kind of
Yep.
not just purposely rubbing against the chalk, but they unavoidably
I
coming in
thought
contact
they
with the chalk.
they were covered in chalk dust because of
No, it's because the
where
chalk
they
was in
came
there.
from, not because the chalk was also in there.
And
Okay,
you're like
that
just started tracking, like, wait, is this the same chalk? Is it really?
yeah. And then
I
I got to
always-
go back through my head. I'm retracing my steps from the past however many
Yeah.
months or weeks.
Which,
in
if
game
so,
and going,
explains why. I mean, first of all, this is great
So
chalk.
much.
If this is the same piece of chalk, this means this thing. I mean, my God, this thing never runs out.
it never runs out, and it only squeaks when I want it to.
So
Like
yeah,
yeah.
why didn't you list the interdimensional chalk amongst our assets?
Exactly. I have a Holocaust clue. Yeah.
Exactly. So not to, because I realize this is dangerous territory, not to make a Dune reference.
Right.
But the frogs were exposed to spice and their eyes have turned blue, but they're not slotty. You know, they're not like
Right.
you know,
They're not slee stacks.
they're not they're something. They're probably, I mean, they got exposed to stuff when they were in quite a formative stage.
Right.
And that's probably something. But
I was working on the premise that everything in that little pocket dimension was a manifestation of the teacher, so they are a part of her in much the same way that Bill and Ted are a part of Revenant.
So the deal with the teacher is demonic. That's certainly true. But her thing, a lot of what the teacher comes from outside this world. The reality warping stuff where she can do the slashes and stuff is the chalk, not her. You took one of her toys away, like kind of one of her main toys. The mind.
I love, and it totally tracks that Perry didn't realize it either because of Perry.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that I didn't even realize I had the chalk. I thought, because I was like, look at the power, and then I got blown across the room, and I thought, oh well, that failed. I did not realize.
Did you realize
in or out of character?
Did you realize?
Yeah.
Did you realize then that you gave Perry's miniature chalk 2 sessions after you took the chalk away from the teacher?
I remember I put because I realized I could take what was supposed to be a cigar and make it a chalk. But I hadn't connected that. I just thought that was like Perry doing. I absolutely had not connected.
You did?
This is amazing. No, I didn't connect it to the same piece of chalk. I just thought I was like, Perry's doing Perry stuff, and I'm doing because there wasn't really a good option in the thing. The what they have is a pen or a goose quill. Like neither of those looked right.
It was the same chalk.
Cigar as chalk.
And I love the fact that you didn't know it was the same chalk, even though you did it. Same chalk.
That's classic Perry, you know.
Classic
So
I love this game. I love this game. All right.
So I have questions.
Yes. Let's do those, and then I want to get to Mincy.
I just curious if I can use the chalk and point it at another student and see if I can like shift their labels. I wonder if that's a chalk thing. But since we're virtual right now, I'm going to table that experiment for the moment. I am very curious.
I mean, the only thing you ever saw the teacher do with the chalk. No, the teacher was messing with your
reality.
Yeah,
he slashed reality open, and the reality that we were in.
Yep. The reality that you were in and the reality that she was in at that point in time, but certainly opened portals interdimensionally as opposed to interspatially. The stuff that you do at least easily is pretty much interspatially in the same dimension.
Right.
Generally speaking, you've done
Generally
some
speaking,
you've done some interdimensional stuff.
interspatially, and then
Yeah.
very occasionally intertemporally.
Yeah, in theory, if you did intertemporally, it's a much heavier lift. You know, there's been some jokes about sending somebody to the fire dimension and the realm of elemental fire, and whether or not that's actually happening, who could say? But if so, heavier lift. This appears to default to interdimensional. What's the technical fuckery? That's the word.
Yeah.
Interdimensional fuckery. Wait, no, actually, I have. It would be to refer back to the game prep that I did earlier this week. Cosmic Shenanigans.
Oh, Cosmic Shenanigans. Yes.
The chalk defaults to Cosmic Shenanigans. So,
Perry's real question is: were Perry to use to like mimic the gesture that teacher did? I'm not doing this yet. This is cogitating.
Oh please, come on, let's ruin this entire episode.
And then he like, I mean, if I do this, and then he's thinking about doing it.
Unleash your
While
powers.
he's thinking about doing it, he actually does it.
I think you should absolutely unleash your powers and see how bad it is.
Yes, he is thinking about doing it, and then actually does it accidentally to see if he can control what dimension opens when he slashes with the chalk.
I think that tracks.
Yeah. And then,
I think you should absolutely.
Wait, shit! I was thinking about it. Damn it. So yeah, let's see what happens. Unleash.
He's just
open.
Mo's just sitting there going, "What do you?"
So she just goes like this and opens a thing.
Yeah, basically Perry's lab has started to like take over a portion of the struggle bus, like a black mold growth. So I'm assuming this is all happening in the thing while you guys are at home, and he's just decided to move partly into the thing. Where did I gotta look at the roll?
Ooh!
Look at that!
Oh.
Ooh! Oh no! But ooh! Oh! But no! But ooh! But oh no!
So I might
This was an Unleash Your Power. That's a good roll.
That's a yeah. My freak went up to as my advancement. I took another rearrange labels and add one.
Yeah.
So
you have two of those?
I can't. I have. Well, yeah. There's two on the Harbinger.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so unleash your powers, extend your senses, overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, extend your. Okay, all right, right. So.
because since he wasn't really thinking about, like, I wonder if the last place he was thinking about was the Alabama Plate of Fire. Is that a place that exists?
So you're kind of like, I don't know, what was she doing with this? She just basically went like, whoosh, and you're like,
oh dear.
And you scramble back behind you while still looking at the rift that you've just created in time and space, and you like grab like your Ghostbusters tricorder reedy thing. And you're just like reach out, like scan, look. And you reach without looking at it and grab the eraser and like, I don't even know if this is gonna work. And okay, good. Okay, all right.
Whoa.
So yeah, you
amazing.
You managed to close it back up. The readings are about. If this was an interdimensional 23andMe readout, like report,
right.
This would be like 66% Caleb's Sanctuary. And about 33% the fuck? Like 0.66 repeating.
Right. Yeah.
Andrew's got this look on his face like, you
working
absolute
hypothesis,
motherfucker.
Working hypothesis, it's not that all interdimensional spaces exist in the same interdimensional space. It's that teacher and the being that's wearing Caleb's mom as a suit are related.
Yes, probably that. That is your strongest theory, and you actually feel pretty good about that. Weirdly deja vuic about coming to this conclusion, but also
Son of a bitch!
you feel like I think I figured it out.
In which of the 23 iterations?
Yeah, I was
have
gonna say I
figured
think
this
I
out
figured
before?
it out, and my lizard hindbrain says yes for the 14th time. But good job.
Go you.
Okay, and then your computer working on the whole thing for the monkeys dings, and we're gonna cut to Mitzi.
Right on.
Dings like a microwave finishing up.
That's how you get people to come back for the next episode, or to
Bing.
just continue binging. But yes,
Ding. What?
Mitzi.
Mitzi. Who are we pointing at? We're pointing this way.
Well, from my view, I'm pointing directly at Mitzi, but that probably only works.
So yeah, let's just say that Perry's
one of those is bound to work.
we're gonna say that Perry's text messages have become less intelligible as the day goes on, but
There's
more excited.
Acronyms that only Perry knows.
Possibly not even Perry knows them.
What does that mean?
What is that?
You never read Bloom County? That's Bill the Cat for holy shit.
Also, Xiao is like, help, I just invited several dozen people to my house and have no party. Help?
Is that
Help? That's
Is
Xiao.
that what Mitzi's getting?
Yes.
She just
Mitzi's like, all right, I'm coming over to help you decorate.
How to make party. Help.
How to make?
HALP. Help. How to make party.
Mitzi's like, I can do decorations, but you just gotta have tunes. And
How do tunes? She's gone to this place that she thinks is funny and adorable when she's panicking, where she just does the, how to air, how to breathe, how dance.
I'm sure there's a Spotify playlist that you can just use.
All I can think of is the Wasabi Baby going, party? Help! That's what I've imagined.
And she says my whole Spotify is super lame.
Okay, I'm coming
Emo.
over.
It's all EDM, emo, and K-pop. Please help.
I mean, that sounds about right for you. All right, I'm coming over. Wait a minute. So Mitzi's gonna just head.
You have to
over
bring
her
your
house
laptop.
early.
I mean, the good thing is your class can follow you. Because
Yeah.
wherever you're at. Is Zhao actually in any of your classes at the same time?
She's in biology with me.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
What's his name is in there too. But we don't have
Yeah,
class this
Lucas.
week. Lucas
Yeah.
is in there, but we haven't had that. Oh, that reminds me. Silas. Lucas is like,
Yeah.
so I got an invite to this thing with Zhao. Is that cool if I go? Is it cool if I go?
Sure.
You
I don't
sure?
see why not? Yeah, you're the new kid on the block. You got to meet some new people.
Are you going to make introductions? This is the text messages. This is all in text.
I'll introduce you to some people.
I mean, he leaves you on red for like 2 hours before it's finally like, cool.
Hey.
Oh, really?
Is it K or just a thumbs up emoji? Like.
Yeah. Equally
Which is
bad.
worse? Which is worse, K or a thumbs up emoji?
Oh.
Depends on context. I think.
Are they both equally passive aggressive? I
I
feel like
think
K is.
so.
I feel like K is worse.
I think thumbs up is passive because you don't even get response of like a letter. You just get a symbol.
But I feel like it's harder to get to the thumbs up emoji, so it takes more effort.
But that's why it's more like aggressive.
I went
As a
out of my
passive-aggressive.
way to be a jerk.
I think. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can.
Okay.
Let me see if I can quantify this. They're both passive aggressive. They're both perhaps equally passive aggressive, but the thumbs up is more deniably passive aggressive.
Yes.
Because you can go like, I had to go hunt for the emoji. It's my most commonly used emoji on my phone, Mo.
Oops.
I use it on fucking everyone. I probably use it in our chat too, but it's just because I love you guys and I shouldn't text and drive. So that's It's not passive aggressive. That's just me trying not to die. So you acted like you had some stuff you wanted to take care of before you were going over to Zhao's, or you're like, I'll be on my way, but then you kind of hesitated.
Oh, I think I was just gonna say she's gonna like probably just like leave the house like instead of like her normal like a normal person instead of like actually like escaping out the window. She probably
Okay.
just passing people like. The parents are probably still at work. But
Yeah,
Abuela's
I
probably
mean, it's
around.
morning. Your parents went to work. Your abuela is like, she's like, are you late for school, or is there something going on? And got that.
Yeah.
Out of
Julian's
curiosity.
probably- Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Julian is like, yeah, he's
at the dining room table, like just
Yeah,
because he's a nerd and he'll like actually like do
he's
his
taken
own.
over. Well, no, he's probably in his room, but he's also like coming out for snacks and stuff regularly. He's explained the whole water main thing.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah. There's no party this weekend, but who cares? Kind of thing. And he's explained all this. You hear him explain this to Abuela. And so when you're getting ready to leave, she's like, "You going over to a friend's?"
Oh yeah, I'm going up to Shao's. There's no Halloween dance, but she's hosting a party at her house. I'm gonna go help her set up.
You told her about the party?
Oh, when I tell Abuela about the party.
I mean, she would
She's
know.
doing
She
a-
invites her friends.
She's doing a party. She's doing a party tonight.
um,
No, because this is like Wednesday, and it isn't until Saturday.
I don't know. Did Shao say when the party was?
Yeah, she said it was going to be a Halloween thing. So
and the
she would've
assumption
said-
was in lieu of the dance, right?
in lieu of the dance.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But
Okay.
oh, this is your the tall friend,
No, it's Shao. It's the
taller than you.
You know Zhao. She's been over. I've known
Yeah.
her since middle school. You
Yes, I
Zhao.
know. No, but yeah, that makes sense. She would be she would invite everybody and then be worried for 3 days.
Yes. I'm gonna go help her now, so she's at least a little less freaked out.
Don't ignore class while you're hanging up streamers.
We were in biology together. We're gonna be fine.
Yes, very unfortunate. All the water damage.
Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird how that happened.
Hang on. Hang on 1 second. I need a prop for this look. She's doing this.
She knows.
At no point does she break eye contact.
And she's hearing right now because I know she's trying to get in. She's like,
No, she's not. She's actually doing this all with eyes. Just all with look and eyebrows. She's 100%. This, incidentally, is my coffee cup that says, "Pay no attention to my browsing history. I'm a GM, not a serial killer."
I love that.
That is amazing.
Yeah, she's just like, yeah, that's wild how that happened.
Yeah. Anyway, you have a good time. Be careful.
Okay, we'll do. All right. Love you. Bye.
Mhm.
Puff smoke.
Let me know if we need to make snacks for the party.
Okay, I'll ask. Door shuts.
Massive bowl of. What would be a good party snack? That Grandma would make. Abuela would make.
I bet she makes an amazing, amazing bowl of scratch Chex Mix, like you did back in the day before they commercialized it.
I was just gonna think maybe she just decides to break out all the baking stuff and makes a bunch of conchas or something.
What was it? Make a bunch of what?
Conchas or pan dulce or anything like that.
I don't think I know either of those things.
You don't know what pan dulce? It's Mexican pastries. Like it's.
I'm
It's
willing
very
to bet
nice.
you
I probably
do
had them and didn't know what they
it
were
is.
called because I'm a terrible
Yeah.
person. I probably like eating them and going, "Oh my god, these are amazing," and probably thought they were something else and didn't know the name because I'm. Well, I mean, look at
I
me.
actually just had pan de muerto last night for the first time. I was very excited about that.
No, is that that's the Day of the Dead thingy that's like it looks
Yeah, we had a Dias de los Muertos celebration at my friend's house in
Nice.
San Antonio, so I drove down there and hung out, and then we also had a sew-in thing because a lot of them are also celebrate sew-in, so we celebrate that as well.
Yay.
That's good.
Okay. So, Zhao's. Tell me about Zhao's house.
I think her family's pretty rich. Probably both her parents are doctors,
Okay.
and she's like the only child, so
Okay.
that's how
Yeah.
that's how she is. She's nosy and a perfectionist. She's an only child.
She pronounces it wink. Like or wait, not wink. Dual income woink? Dual doink?
The one
She's a-
with
she's
the
a
one
doink.
as an I, dual income, one
One kid?
K.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
kid.
Doink. Yeah.
Have you ever heard like dual income no kids? The
No.
the acronym is DINK. It's a
Oh, I didn't
word
know it was
dink.
like an acronym for
Yeah,
this situation.
dual income, no
Okay.
kids, dink. No, my kids, my family's almost as good. We're a doink because it's dual income, one kid, and she just likes saying doink. So, because that's how she's wired.
Hang on. Wouldn't dual income, one kid be Dionk?
Yes,
Well, you use the one,
But
and
she
then
likes
we
to
speak
say
one as
doink.
I, right?
it's absolutely would be pronounced dionk, but doink is funnier, objectively funnier, and therefore that's what she says.
I don't get it, but okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Donk, donk.
Donk?
Anyway. Okay, so her parents are not there, obviously, and she's Okay.
Are you having like different thoughts running at
No,
once?
no, it's the same thought. It's a second parallel thought, but running alongside of this thought. Yeah. So yeah, when you get over there, Zhao is caffeinated. She is manic. She is 100% manic phase on this.
She's probably like as Mitzi walks in, she's probably like cleaning, like mopping or something, and she's like, Mitzi already knows to take off her shoes as soon as she gets to the house, but like as soon as she opens the door, she knows like Zhao like yells across like the house like, take off your shoes.
But yeah, she's decorating, she's cooking stuff that keeps, like that she can put in like the outdoor fridge, one of the two outdoor, like she's
garage fridges, yeah.
Yeah, like the garage fridge type of thing. There's like okay, put this out in the outside fridge, not the drinks fridge, the other fridge. We got another fridge. It's just for sodas and beers and stuff. I'm gonna have to padlock that. What?
Are you doing alcohol?
No, they're just my folks have a second fridge. It's just for drinks and sodas. I'm gonna padlock. It's fine. I'm not do. No.
I know some teenagers
I
do
don't-
that. I didn't think you would, but like,
Yes. What are we? Are we doing a Wednesday special now? Like, yeah, some kids are gonna have booze. I'm not gonna supply it. No, it's fine. And she's like, she doesn't really stop. She's relatively light on Zhaoisms today, where she's like says stuff like that, where she's like, no, of course not, and then she's gone. And she's making like just the flour tortillas, but like rolled in like sort of cream cheese with like peppers, like some chopped up peppers and stuff, kind of in it, like a weird. It's like a cream cheese, kind of a halfway spicy, mostly just cheese and carbs, kind of snacky thing, like an uncooked. You're thinking of it as like an uncooked taquito without meat in it, like it's just cheese and some extra little veggies and stuff in it.
Making.
I've actually had this and it's good, but I can't describe it really well, so I don't know. But like she's making
Swedish taquitos.
She's making she's making snacks and hors d'oeuvres for like a high school party. But she's making a lot of them.
Shao, you don't have to make so much.
Yes, no, there's going to be people. There's a lot of people, and I want to make sure that everybody has something. So, vegetarian options, go.
A veggie platter?
What, like from a grocery store?
I mean, it's easy. Like, just put it on a plate. They'll never know.
Oh my God. Okay, hang on. I'm going to go to the store. I need you to text me Google hummus recipes, and I'm going to go.
God.
Or come with me. Come with me, and we're gonna
Okay.
go. We're gonna make hummus.
Do you even know how to make hummus?
No, of course I don't know.
Oh my God, what are we doing?
Why would I know how to make hummus? Wait, don't be an idiot.
Why am I being the idiot? You're the one stressing about this
Only
thing.
you had a friend who was a really good cook.
Yeah, I think as Shell's like running around, she's texting the groups like, oh my God, Shao is freaking out right now.
Does anybody have a hummus recipe?
Do y'all have a hummus recipe?
Yeah, I do actually.
This is like firing.
What do you want?
It's like a Caleb-shaped bat symbol into the sky. Hummus.
Okay. Do you want spicy? Do you want not spicy? Do you want zesty? Do you want bitter? Like, what do you want?
She grabs your phone, looks at it. Tell him yes. She.
Rude for stealing my phone. She says yes.
Okay. Where do I need to bring this? When do you need this hummus by?
Oh, are you making it?
Yes, I'm just gonna make it and bring it.
Oh, okay. Zhao, he's just gonna make it.
She stops and she turns and she's like, "Who is
Caleb,
gonna make what?"
the hummus, you dingbat. Like,
She grabs your phone again, looks at it. He can cook? Why can he cook?
he can cook so good. He's like the best cook.
Caleb
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Okay. He has a kitchen?
Yeah.
He can cook. Okay. How much can he cook?
Yes.
Oh.
How many days do you need?
Is it gonna get weird if I start texting him? Is Perry gonna get jealous if I start? Because I
No,
don't want
Perry's not gonna get jealous if you start texting Caleb.
to. Okay.
Are you stealing his number from my phone right now? What are you doing?
It's just. This is shh. Just shh.
Is she using her phone? Or
No,
is she
she's using
your phone?
yours. She's totally using yours. She's like. So you
That's
get in rapids, and she doesn't even notice it's the group chat. So like these massive paragraphs are coming in. It's like this and the thing and stuff, and the like 4 or 5 in a row, and you're like, this doesn't even really seem like something. And then the last one is this is Zhao. Like the last one is at the very
Sorry,
end.
this is on the group chat.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
but and there's no emojis or anything that. The fact that this is Zhao is actually the most disconcerting thing about all of it, Perry, because it's a very un-Zhao-like text. Because you've gotten a lot of text from Zhao in the last week.
Oh yeah.
And they're not. This is like.
I've
blunk,
never
blunk,
seen her in this
blunk,
kind of go
blunk.
mode and like seeing her as like in I'm hosting a thing on it and there's a deadline, like that mode I don't think is probably a side of her I've ever seen.
Yeah, she seems manic.
But
She seems
she
seems deeply manic. I'm just saying that to
Sure.
Mitzi
And
mostly.
I think, and Mitzi's just like sitting there, like with like on the counter, like as she walks around with her phone, texting the crew, just like waiting, watching her and waiting.
Waiting for what? The crash?
No, for her, give her her phone.
Oh. She's
I
like,
was like, are you done yet? Give me my phone back.
she closes the chat and she's like, "Where's what?"
from Perry. Hey,
Oh,
are her
this is
folks
yours.
already out of
And
town?
she doesn't
Are her
doesn't realize it isn't her. It's like she closes chat and flips it. I was like, what? Is this yours? What?
Yes, give me.
Where's mine? Oh, right. Okay.
Dingling. I swear.
Okay. So we need veggies. We got you dip things into hummus. You don't just eat like. Do you eat spoonfuls of hummus? Who
No,
do we know that eats hummus?
I'll eat hummus
How do you eat it?
with pita bread and vegetables.
Cool. Okay.
Oh my god. Ciao, we've got 2 more days.
You missed the sweet spot with the caffeine. Huh? She overdid it.
We've got 2 more days. Also, we have biology in like 10 minutes.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay.
Hey, her folks are already out of town, right? Is there space in the 3-car garage, like floor space?
I mean, Harry's reading my mind. Like,
That
we're
is-
gonna.
I think Mitch is looking at the phone.
I love that. It's like,
Why are they asking me this?
I don't want to mess up.
and
Zhao's
she
flow.
just
That's
once
why I'm
again, she's
asking-
just like,
That's why I'm asking.
wait, give it. Yeah, sure, whatever. Do they need some place to sleep?
I know
Like
they have
split
places to
second
sleep.
after that, yeah, sure. There's like and like 2 giant like
Pallets?
the huge big round trash cans are just like brand new, blam blam, just like land. And then there's like a couple seconds later, blam, 2 folding tables.
Oh my god,
She doesn't know about any of this.
She's not at the house, so it's probably
This is in the 3-car garage where I assume, because although Perry is a boy, he's clearly the harmless boy friend, not boyfriend. Like, I'm assuming I have seen her place. Sorry, I kind of took that
Zhao's?
as read. Yeah, like on a like not by myself.
You did do like a drive-by. Like,
You're trying not
But
to
yeah.
think. If you don't think
from
too
the
hard
street,
about it,
I know which window's hers.
if you don't, if you don't think too hard about it, you know where Zhao's house is. If you stop and think how you know where Zhao's
Right.
house is, you forget
oh,
where
no.
Zhao's house is.
That's the worst.
Yep. That
It's
tracks,
there
that
in your
tracks.
back, but if you actually go after how you acquired that knowledge, it gets very.
Yeah.
This is a fairly odd parents thing.
There's a text to Mo and said, "Hey, put all the ice in the freezer before it melts."
I think Mitzi, like, she grabbed her, like, got her phone back before
Sorry,
the text
I
happened.
text Minty. Sorry.
Yeah. And Mitzi's like, looks at it and just be like, just quickly, like, shoves it in her pocket so, like, Xiao can't steal it.
Stop portaling into Zhao's house. Blink.
Yeah. Because she doesn't want, she's trying to keep Xiao out of the know of that powers that everybody has. And she's like, hey, I'm going to go make sure that your garage is cleared up and, like, you know, clean and stuff. So I think he missed a spot mopping, by the way.
You know exactly how to mess with somebody's OCD.
So as she uses that as a distraction, she's gonna run to the to the garage and like put the ice away.
So
and text
there
Perry,
are
like, Perry,
two.
don't portal shit here.
There are two.
doesn't
There's
know.
2 kegs. There's 2 kegs.
Why are there kegs?
Well, hold on a second. If you look closely, it's O'Doul's and like another
gosh.
like NA. So the kids will think they're getting drunk, but they're not really.
I mean, the high school placebo effect is a real thing anyway. So
Yeah.
They would.
No one
getting
can
hear
hear you,
Sean.
Sean.
That's dumb, and I'll clearly argue that to the highest court.
I was gonna say you could have just made a big thing of punch and it would have been a lot cheaper.
Tell
It's
them
Have
like
side
you haven't
effect.
met. It's like you haven't even met Perry. It's like
I am now going to send a text message like to Silas and Perry and just be like, okay, so Mitzi's busy wrangling Zhao, so we need to get this food stuff taken care of. Silas,
on the job.
you're in charge of drinks. And Perry, you're in charge of ingredients. You have my list. It's in our shared Google Doc. I already updated it.
Seltzer.
Yeah, and I think Mitzi's texting the group right now. She's like, "Stop portaling shit into the house." She doesn't know about the powers.
I haven't portaled anything to the house. I portaled it to the garage.
It's part of the house.
Be specific.
The house has been
So-
going to be.
Got it. So don't portal anything. Got it. Let's see. So I'll have Bill and Ted deliver it. Is that better?
It's not helpful.
Hold on, I gotta get another gift. One
I'm trying
second.
to help.
Hold on, I've got to get another GIF. I mean, we're back to the no.
No.
Oh, this is...
I've gotten way more mileage out of that show's GIFs than I ever did out of the actual show itself. See you, Will. Yeah, he had to leave.
Does Silas's motorbike? Do you have
A
either
sidecar,
like
a
a
wagon.
sidecar or like a little trailer that you can tow to like? No,
No.
Yeah, I
He's a
don't-
high
I don't-
schooler. He's lucky the thing even works.
I don't know.
I mean, I could maybe put like an ET basket on the front of it. That's about it.
I have an idea.
That sounds
Oh my
like
God.
a quick path to oversteering and dumping it in a ditch.
A crab themed sidecar, crab shell themed sidecar.
Okay. I'm gonna do something. I'm just gonna text all of the adults that I know with vehicles and just be like, does anybody have a truck we can use?
What?
Oh my god.
How many adults do you know? Oh my
Like
God.
3. I'm texting Silver Streak and my music teacher.
I love that this is going to be a rager with students,
Silver
random
Streak
teachers.
looks at their watch and it's like, I've got 10 seconds. I can help this kid out.
Why do you? Okay, so Silver Streak actually responds relatively quickly. Of course she does.
That's scary fast.
Sorry, I didn't. And the message it comes in like a minute and a half later. It's like, sorry, I didn't see this for a while. Why do you need a truck? Question mark! Exclamation point! Question mark!
Move stuff
Is it
without looking suspicious?
is it a body?
No. If it was a body, you would be the last person I would text because you need plausible deniability.
Good instincts. What's it for?
A party for food?
You're having a party.
Yeah,
you're-
I'm a teenager. What are you?
Yes, you are a teenager. Is there alcohol?
No, alcohol's lame. I say that like the most straight edge kid ever, but I like legit believe it.
What do you need to move?
About 100 pounds of hummus and other food?
Why is it 100 pounds of hummus?
Because I don't know how to do small portions. Because you remember, a snack to me, I made us all steaks. Because I was like, I don't know what else to do. You're muted, Joyce.
Love you.
How about now? There we go.
Okay.
You're back.
My comment was episode 14, 100 pounds of hummus. Why is it 100 pounds of hummus?
It's like we should probably like speed it along if we're gonna have time for the actual party.
I know.
That's true.
It's absolutely true.
So is that a real thing that Sean, that I guess what I'm trying to ask is, really they don't care if it's non-alcoholic beer? They're going to say, nope, tastes like beer, you're in trouble. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't
You're
know.
in trouble, but like...
As far as school policies
Oh,
go,
adults
like,
and stuff.
I'm not talking about not near beer, obviously.
I know that
but-
with like O'Doul's, you still have to be 21 to drink it. So I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
I guess because they don't want kids to like the taste of beer and then grow up to be alcoholics.
I
don't know.
was born in Europe and was given beer.
Oh
as
yeah,
a
if you
substitute
can.
for
I was
breast
gonna say
milk, so,
if you can see over the bar, you can drink.
I mean, it absolutely sounds like the kind of bullshit rule that would exist in many sort of draconian school environments.
Allow me to
So, yeah.
solve this problem by simply saying that when Silver Streak decides to help you out by delivering, at some point in time, the kegs disappear.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, that's reasonable.
Streak is helpful, but not that helpful.
She needs plausible deniability.
Also, I make a big old plate of hummus for Streak as payment.
Like a plat. Okay, that's cool. I love
Like she gets her own spicy hummus, and I
She
made it
do-
with ghost peppers.
Giant bowl of goop and say, I didn't even know the baby was sick.
it.
I'm very confused, but
So
okay.
I'm quoting my uncle when he saw the gigantic bowl of pumpkin rum pudding that I made one year at Thanksgiving, which was supposed to be served in little like dessert cups, but I didn't have those. So I just put the giant thing in a bowl. It looked like a giant sloppy brown bowl of goop. And he
Nice.
said, I didn't even know the baby was sick. And I had
That's-
that entire bowl to myself the rest of the day.
That's
Oh, no.
that's funny. All right, that's fair. So Streak texts you after like later. We're gonna skip forward through a couple of days here.
Buddy ever.
Zhao's intensity level does not vary,
Mm-hmm.
and about a
Sounds
day.
right.
What's that?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit much even for Zhao. Streak at one point texts you like a day later after the hummus incident. That is a lot of hummus, sir. That was her only comment at the time, but later. So, what's really going on with this party?
What do you mean?
Is it like a surveillance thing?
It's a party. We're kids. I don't understand the dilemma here.
Your friend just seems a little off.
Have you met the rest of my friends? Yeah, we're all a little off. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm friends with Birthright and Fractal.
Right,
and
but the
Clarity.
the one who owns the house, she seems a little.
Mm-hmm. A little what? Wonderful?
Oh shit, 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 oh shit.
No, she's just.
High
I
strung?
thought you were doing this to figure out what was going on with her.
No.
All right.
No, this is just a party. This is probably the most innocent thing you've ever caught me doing.
Considering considering the last time we had a conversation, that is not as confidence inducing as you might think.
What, that this isn't the weirdest thing you've caught me doing?
Yeah, given the competition for that particular title is
Up there?
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm pretty impressive. How did the press conferences go with Transcendent after said event? Just curious.
He noticed before he got on camera.
I'll work harder next time. I'll figure out something better.
There was an email chain that went around for a while, much at his expense. That should come for you. It was internal. I'm not sending it to you.
Please.
I'm not. Maybe for Christmas.
Okay. I'll be good then. Well, I'll be good relative to my normal.
All right. So, yeah. Yeah, the next couple of days kind of I mean, the virtual thing, the teachers get their heads on straight by the end of the week. So by Thursday, most of them have figured out something to be doing online. The gym teacher, weirdly, is one of the first ones to get on there, where he's like doing video-led things. So he's like zooming and he wants to see everybody on there like doing the stuff together. So if anything, it lets him watch everybody more closely, because he's doing it in front of like a large screen. So he's got like boxes for everybody. It's like, Silas, you're going too fast. Slower. You know. Is that really the heaviest weight you could be using right now? I mean, I don't need you to go buy something that's ridiculous, but
I love how you're critiquing me, who's probably the most in shape person.
yes,
in the entire
yes,
group.
but so is he. Like he picks more on the people who can take it, and
Right.
that he has higher. Also, he's one of the AEGIS guys, so keep that in the back of your mind.
Oh yeah.
He's giving. Yeah.
Those to whom much has been given.
Much will be asked. In this case, go slower. No. In any case. All right. So but yeah. And the thing is, whenever, like, you get up in the morning, Mitzi, and there's texts from Zhao all through the night. Not like constantly, but they come at, like, the timestamps might as well be random.
I feel like at
Because,
this point, Mitzi's got to go spend a night with her, because like someone's got to wrangle her and like make her go to bed. What are they
How?
about? Sorry.
yeah,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, she is absolutely down for you coming over. First, not immediately, but like pretty quickly. She just like, yeah, sure, fine, that'd be great. Like Friday night, because then we'll be ready for Saturday.
Hey.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Is looking at this from sort of a culturally, like through a culturally sensitive filter.
Okay, so this is, what's your lowest stat for Perry to do this? I'm kidding.
No, it's absolutely mundane, because this is going to be a Pierce the Mask, and
Okay.
so
From a cultural,
and
what
so
Yep.
is this a normal expected, like, I'm starting to get worried, is this a normal expected amount of pre-show jitters, or is she under some of the same shit that they're worried about that's affecting students at the school?
I feel like the fact that you're asking the question,
Like,
okay,
I mean,
okay.
like, the amount of
I got you.
freak out for me, who doesn't have the parental, like, I assume she's got a tiger mom if they're both doctors, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
but I don't want to be, so yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead with Pierce the Mask. I think that's probably, if there may be other ways that Perry would address this thing, by like going over and doing an energy scan on Zhao's skull, but
Yeah, no, Perry's clueless. Perry doesn't know from whatever. He's like, yeah, I guess that's normal. I don't know. Well, actually, you tell me, right? And when I missed that
let
bad.
me think about this for just a second. Because the thing is, while she's been messaging Caleb a lot and Mitzi a lot. Well, no, she messaged Carrie once. She messaged Caleb once in a flurry on Mitzi's phone.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else has been Mitzi.
Okay.
She has been absolutely radio silent on this whole thing. Like you said something about like pretty cool that you're going to do a party. Can't wait to can't wait or something like that. Like, which you probably took 2 hours agonizing over this like one line text message, right? She sent back after like 3 hours a thumbs up emoji. Like the reincorporation there.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It was a nice callback. Nice, well done.
Yeah, and then like just the most generic smiley face, and Zhao is the Picasso of emoji. Like she just
Oh no, yeah. Given
like
even
Picasso
Perry's
as
limited
interpreted
facility.
by Picasso as interpreted by like contemporary critics who did not get it. Like she's ahead of her time, and she will frequently tell you that she's ahead of her time when it comes to emoji. And now it's like thumbs up, small smile, or whatever the one is called. It's just like that. Um,
Oof.
What did I say? I said Perry was. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm also trying to filter. Gray Ace, I think. What? Right? Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So, like,
makes the whole Zhao thing.
Weird.
Are you Ace? I thought
I need to go
Caleb
back
was
and look.
Ace. I
I
thought
think
No,
Caleb
it's
was
more
Ace.
ace, but
Gray-
like also like being
there's
ace doesn't
flavors.
mean you can't have romantic relations with someone.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
it means that you don't have sexual feelings for that.
No, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, there's flavors, which I think is why I did it with the gray, but I don't. That was like weeks and weeks and weeks ago that I researched that. I'm blanking on it right now. But I'm also thinking like on a miss, that's a full miss, right? Like you can't miss much harder than that. Like
You can't
I'm
miss
thinking,
much harder than that, but that's okay. I've got to think
okay.
for that.
I'm
So
thinking, of course, he takes that personally, even though he can parse
Well-
that. Okay, well, maybe she's just in a hurry and really busy right now.
well,
but, yeah.
if you no, I'm not trying to give you conditions here. I'm curious about something though. So how? Because you're kind of just looking at the messages from Mitzi. You don't really have a lot of interaction with her. How do you? You're hearing about all this activity. You're getting nothing from her. How do you, sort of emotionally speaking, or pierce the mask speaking? How do you take their temperature? How do you try to pierce the mask? What does that look like when you? Is it more
I see.
text? Do you like corner it? Well, you can't corner at school because school's not down. Do you message her? What
Right.
do you do? Do you drop by the house?
Yeah, because I think there's a couple things happening here that I'm putting through the filter of how I was getting the info that I witnessed out of character, which wasn't entirely correct on my assumptions. So I'm thinking that when the initial thing happened, Perry like helped a whole bunch, and then other things happened, and there was probably a period of like 12 hours, especially if I wasn't getting the text, where Perry just forgot that whole situation existed, because he has other shit going on.
Right.
But then I would like to say that tangentially through them, I would get a sense of like, hey, Zhao's freaking out. If that's okay, if I can sort of hand
No, sure, yeah, absolutely,
that my spidey senses went off because of that. I'm not supposed to teleport anything into the house, so I'm just gonna
Bring stuff by.
bring stuff, and I'll just go to like. There's like a place at the end of the block where like the bush is overgrown and it kind of half blocks.
You don't teleport inside the house. You teleport right in front of the front step and then walk up to it and go.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Then ring the doorbell.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't teleport inside the house. I'm close, but it's like So
she opens up the door and she's like, "Oh, hey, thanks."
And I hand off the stuff. And I'm like,
"Come in. Help carry things." And she's, so she's busying herself about distributing things. All this. This is like middle of the day type thing.
You'll probably see Mitzi like doing like some like making some like art decorations or something like to like have around the house.
But
is this the kind of thing where Caleb and Silas would be like ferrying stuff over and that kind of thing.
At this point in time, the only people around are you and Missy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's.
This is like Saturday midday before the party kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's like I just wanted to drop this stuff off. I got to go back and finish costume and stuff, but I didn't want to get distracted with that and then forget to bring this over. So I thought I would just go ahead and bring this now and then do more of the costume stuff later. So that's why I brought the stuff now. How's everything here?
Okay, fine. It's fine.
Any last minute stuff needs doing?
No. You brought stuff. It's great. We're great. We're great.
Cool.
We're
Okay.
gonna be
Awesome, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna go get into my white rabbit costume. If I'm not here right when the party starts, it's a character choice. Is that cool?
Sure. I don't
Allison
get that,
Wonderland?
but okay. Yeah.
Oh, right, because you. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Jabberwock. Never mind. Never mind. It's all good. All right. Okay. Bye.
And this is where this bit happens. Before you're out the door, you're like leaving, but you're out of the kitchen. You're still heading to the entryway and stuff like that. You very distinctly hear Zhao say to Mitzi, he needs to get like a lot better at people. Because what the heck was that? Like,
Glad you said that and not laid, because that would have been weird.
yeah.
And
I mean, what is with that guy?
I think Missy's gonna wait till she hears the door leave, like the door close.
And it's loud enough that Zhao could have heard that, and certainly did hear it, and doesn't like pause and go, "Oh shit!" He probably like none of that. She's just like,
I think Missy just gives like a. And you're the one to talk right now. Like you've been on like hyper mode. I had to hide the coffee from you today.
I don't. What are you talking coffee? I don't. I mean, sure, okay, yeah, I'm fine.
What is this energy then? Like what are you doing right now? Like you've been like high stress for the last 3 days, and it's not like you. It's kind of. I mean, I'm used to you being like a little like chaotic whenever like projects and stuff, but like this is a new level. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. I just wanted this. I got this all. I just wanted this to come off right. We got new drinks in, all the soda. I hit all of the beer. New stuff in all the drinks in the drinks cooler or the drinks fridge, and just want it to all work. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fine. Also, don't you like Perry? Like, or don't you like what is going on here? I thought you
Perry?
Like,
Yeah, sure, I do. Sure. What? I'm just busy. It's like I'm just not worrying about that right now.
okay.
You gave me quite a look on that one there.
I think as soon as she turns around, Mitzi's breaking in.
Perry, I don't know exactly how this is good. Actually, the way she said it was, he needs to get better at people. He's such a freak. And yeah, it's kind of mean, right? But she has influence over you. She's gonna shift your mundane down and your freak up.
Ooh, shit. Okay. Well, hopefully,
and she has influence, so it just kind of lands.
She do.
Mitzi.
Can I hack into that nugget of her brain and like try to see what's going on?
Unleash your powers?
Okay.
How you feeling about that?
Let's see.
Less awesome than I just was.
Oh, I'm hopeless.
Oh,
so
you are
it's fine.
hopeless. What's the cure for hope? What's the short-term very bad idea cure for hopeless? Let us
Fling yourself into easy relief.
Yeah. I mean, she's been doing art.
Easy
release.
Yeah, but that's helpful. Easy relief. Tell me something that you've been ignoring that is going to come around and bite you in the ass in like a couple of days because you've been doing all this stuff with Zhao.
Homework.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Fully ignoring all schoolwork.
Just totally ignoring all school. Okay, so mom and dad are going to be crawling up your ass next week when this.
I mean, look,
the
they
next
have Julian. They have Julian. They have
right. But like
they don't care.
The updates that come, like the post remote school update that comes, where there's like a disappointed letter from the principal, not the vice principal, and then like individual letters to the kids that clearly were taking advantage of the virtual. And it's just a disappointing choice on, but yeah, the mom and dad are gonna the Schoology report will come out and they're gonna be they're gonna be disappointed. I am fine with that to clear your hopeless as long as you've given me this ammo for the next thing.
Take that ammo.
All right, I am loaded. I'll just stack that over here.
Unleash your powers. That is. What is that? Is that a freak? Yeah,
That
that's
is a freak roll.
8.
Okay. All right. Dun, dun, dun.
Please don't give me another condition. I just gotten rid of 2.
I mean, I tell you what. Yeah, I know you got rid of 2, but you just got rid of 1. I could give you afraid really easy. All right. Well, I mean, if you don't want a condition, then I guess unstable or temporary. Unstable, I've got maybe a. I've got an idea for unstable.
Okay, let's do it.
The situation becomes unstable.
is-
Let's put it that way.
Oh no. Okay.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
What if Perry stole my blast range?
Are you familiar with the sort of? I want to say sort of. This is weird because from a faith point of view, this is sort of a melange kind of thing. So I'm going to say Haitian, and I'm going to probably it's multiple like Haitian Dominican kind of, but the idea of Loa. Okay, so there's a piece of that belief system where like certain spirits can sort of ride a host. So Baron Samade, the Prince of Graveyards, can come down and hobnob with the regular people by riding a host.
Oh.
Is that a good idea? They give you
Okay.
yeah. Look up
Yeah.
Loa, like LOA, and that maybe give you a general idea what I'm thinking of here.
It says leave of absence. So
It's
let me,
not. Oh,
Let me look up something.
I
else.
mean that's not.
The primary spirits of voodoo, they're akin to the Orishas of Yoruba religion and similar Afro-Caribbean new
There
religious
you go.
movements.
I'm
So
thinking
you were pretty
Caribbean.
close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Haiti, Dominican Republic. You get it in New Orleans too. So a lot of the Caribbean type of stuff. But yeah, if you do Loa and riding, you're going to get not leave of absence and that kind of thing.
That's like Loa voodoo, and I was like,
Yeah, Loa voodoo. It's which isn't to say this is a voodoo thing. I'm just trying to get together the imagery that I'm thinking of here.
yeah.
Zhao's fine. Zhao's being steered around like a rickshaw by somebody else. And you're pretty sure it's Caleb's mom. But you immediately pull back when you start to get that sense because you also are pretty sure that they noticed that you were looking. And we're like, oop.
Yep.
And there's when you pull back into like looking at everything normally, Zhao is like paused over the hummus, like she's literally paused. And then she keeps going. And just, and she's back on her whole manic thing.
I say again, Caleb, your mom sucks.
Correct.
All right, so
Yeah, I think Mitzi's just staring at her, watching her, and then just like wide-eyed and like text the group. I think I found out why Zhao is so acting like this.
and we're
What's
gonna
up?
and we're gonna cut to the party.
Good.
Great.
Because first of all, that's awful, and secondly, we can get to the party that way.
Is this a good time to run to the little boy's room before
Sure,
we jump
yes,
into your next
let's jump to
scene?
the party. Let's just take
Okay.
4 or 5 minutes and
You don't have to go to the little boy's room if that's not the place you would go. That's just where I'm going.
Perry.
I gotta go to one, so it's okay. I also gotta.
all right, everybody back in a second. I think it's funny. This is a very high school thing that everybody's prep for a party is more involved than the actual party itself. on the one hand, it's like you want to go and get right to the action.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, the minutia of these kids' lives are so fucking entertaining that you can just sit in this stupid little party prep thing
We just want to have
and
fun.
wallow around in it like it's a fucking D&D shopping session. You know?
We just want to have the party.
I know.
And now we find out this.
Zhao is fine-ish. She's at some risk, but she's fine. Hey, I prepped 2 things. There's no reason I can't use both of them.
You just merge them together.
I thought it was going to be a face-off with her mom. Well,
Actually.
oh, it's going to be a Halloween party. Yeah, but why not both? This actually will give us 2 Halloween episodes. It's interesting. I've been listening to the Dracula audiobook. I talked about it on TikTok because the cast is amazing. They gave every individual. It's a epistolary novel, so it's all done with diaries and letters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like Mina Harker's journal and Jonathan Harker's journal and the Doctor.
I love the original classic, the Gothic classics like those. I
Yeah.
love Frankenstein. I love Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed this.
And this one's, obviously it's a classic. It's marvelously done. But they get each individual person to different people are reading it. So Tim Curry is doing Van Helsing, which isn't a lot of chapters, but the ones he has are just.
Oh, this sounds good.
Alan Cumming is who, if you saw his face, you'd be like, oh, that guy. He's doing Dr. Seward, which is like in the movie, in any of the movies you were saying. But Seward's in he's like 2/3 of the book.
Yeah.
His journals and stuff are, and because he's telling what happened, he has the voices for a lot of other people. So he does a massive amount of heavy lifting. Jonathan Harker's like basically the first third of the book, and he's a fantastic reader. The guy that they got for that, I don't know who that one is. Mina Harker is great. The woman they got for Mina Harker is great. It's a great thing, and I didn't really think about this, but they date all the times that this stuff is happening. And it doesn't exactly wrap up on Halloween, but like the big action, like last week and a half of racing across Eastern Europe to get back to Dracula's castle kind of stuff is basically from like October 25th through to like the 5th of November. Like it's right over now.
Oh, wow.
So it's a fun audiobook to indulge in at this time of year because it's actually when a lot of the action happens in the final third of the book is right in the October-November time frame.
Speaking of Halloween, I'm actually going to grab some candy real quick. I don't think I'm actually going to have trick-or-treaters, but I have candy just in case.
Mo, I have to say this though. You look super cozy with the little shawl blanket thing happening.
I'm also very cold.
You keep like wrapping yourself in it, and you look very cozy. And I'm a little
It's
jealous.
very thin though, so it's not as warm as one hopes. But
Yeah.
it does the job.
I have the
fair.
best cardigan for being truly warm, but to be fair, it's cooler. It's colder in Colorado than it is in Austin.
Hi.
I like autumn. I like cold autumn though. Like my daughter goes to school in like a pair of shorts and a hoodie and won't put a coat on because it's only going to get to 55 that day and she wants to actually enjoy the cold. Like that's
Why?
we are Midwesterners. We are Norse Scottish people. It's
The low yesterday was 45. I was like, holy shit, it's so cold.
that's our high today.
And then it got up to 80.
Yep.
A
That's very
40-degree
much
jump.
That is super. That may be weird to you. That is standard Denver. Even during the summer, it gets quite cool in this because we're like in a desert climate, or very nearly. It's semi-arid desert climate, and the temperature variance from midday to late at night is often 40 degrees. If it was a 100-degree day, you could easily have 60-degree nights, and if it's 90, it could get down to 50.
Oh, if it's 100-degree days, it's probably like 80 at night.
Yeah. There's only about 2 weeks during the summer where it doesn't drop down quite a lot, which is why we don't usually use the air conditioner, because you can open up the windows at night and turn on the fan and it sucks cool air in because it gets so much cooler at night.
Oh, I haven't turned the AC on in like the last few days. It's been super nice. So
Yeah. We've been back on the heater for a while, so.
I've been tempted to turn on the heater, but I'm like, no, it's not that cold yet.
Mr. Bender. Okay.
I'm still gonna grab candy. I'll be right back.
Wait, Sean, I appreciate the idea for the costume for me because it's literally my favorite, like, supernatural character too.
It's amazing.
There you go.
And I was like, why didn't I think of that? That's just perfect.
And
Also,
easy.
yeah, I also got like one of the greatest rings I've ever found in my entire life on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little frog.
Oh, look at that little frog.
Oh, that's so cool.
I like it.
Yeah,
He's adorable.
and it's one of those like open rings on the back, so like I can actually resize it really easily to like fit where I want it to, like where I want to wear it.
Dope.
So
So
yeah, I'm a big fan of him. He's great.
we shall go around. I'm curious. So we're at the party. She's invited like, that's probably 30 or 40 people that showed up.
Are the Callaways there? I'm curious.
Are the what?
The Callaways?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome.
Because all of the invites are, let's like, bring whoever. You're invited, but bring whoever. Just as long as they don't suck. And so yeah, the Callaways are there. So what I'm curious about is, let's have a pass around here with like, it's all a normal party. It's all a perfectly normal high school Halloween house party. Nothing is wrong. What are you doing? Okay. And if that's arguing music theory with Lucas and the younger Calloway sister in a conversation pit.
It's actually arguing music theory with Roberta Calloway,
The older one?
the older sister, and the little sister just like watching in awe. Just like, nobody stands up to her.
So yeah, you're
That
arguing.
she sees anyway.
So arguing with Roberta. Doing all this stuff. Wrecker's still there, but he's just watching. He's kind of watching
I'm
it.
down.
So, and he's there and he's around. So you're just having very emphatic conversations with people about stuff that you care deeply about, in a harmless fashion. Okay. Drinks are out. Hummus is everywhere.
100 pounds of hummus.
Along with along with a bunch of other stuff. What is everyone drinking that is not punch?
I'm drinking Coke Zero.
Okay.
I'm drinking Dr. Pepper.
I don't know what Mitzi would drink. But she would drink the punch. She helped make the punch.
You helped make some of the punch. The entire drinks refrigerator is full of punch.
Yeah.
In ice cream bucket, like, size containers, there's like
Oh, those buckets.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 24 of those.
Oh my god. I mean, Mitzi would drink the punch. But if you're saying not the punch.
I'm just saying, like, you're like, where did all the punch come from? I made extra. It's fine. And you're like, okay.
Punch. There's a lot of punch. It can't go to waste.
All right.
So
Okay, so perfectly normal part of the party. Caleb's arguing with the thing. Silas, what are you doing that's perfectly normal at the party? What is your perfectly normal party actions and activities?
Well, the first thing I want to do when I get there is go hang out with my girlfriend. So I go check on Mitzi, make sure she's okay, because I know that there's been a whole lot of crap going on.
And nothing gives you greater satisfaction, I think, than walking in the door and going, I'm looking for my girlfriend.
Yep.
Awesome.
For sure.
He just announces it openly. Where's my girl?
I'm looking for my girlfriend. I am
Open
here
the
to
door.
help out my
Dressed as
girlfriend.
John Bender. Looking for my girlfriend.
Looking for my girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you're hanging out with Mitzi. So what is Mitzi's? This is all a perfectly normal party. Nothing is wrong.
Yeah.
What is she doing?
I think she's helping because Shal said she couldn't find music, and it was like the last thing on their brain. So they're like, "Oh shit, music!" But, like, she's like busy like looking up a playlist of music right now, and like, how's it going?
Okay, because they've got they've got the Bluetooth. The system is Bluetooth compatible. Getting the phones to handshake with the thing and just playing it off a Spotify playlist is easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So you're messing with music. Silas keeps like. What are you? So explain this to me, because this is total boyfriend girlfriend thing. So you are trying to get what vibe, and what vibe is Silas constantly injecting into the? No, add more. Like add this in and just tell it to build off of this playlist. Do a radio off of this song. It'll be great. So what's the baseline Mitzi vibe for the playlist?
As I took a bite of Snickers.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I think it's like chill, hangout, like spooky vibes.
Lo-fi, hip-hop, Halloween, spooky. Spoopy.
Love it.
And Caleb is adding in... Not Caleb, Silas. And Silas is adding in...
Rob Zombie. Because it's the club mix of Dracula from The Matrix.
Nice.
That's awesome. Incidentally, the thing where you couldn't remember that song by Kansas earlier this week,
Yeah.
the way you described it was just like... Wah, wah. It
was perfect.
was so good.
Great.
Anyway,
I was amazed somebody figured it out.
that
I really needed to duet it just for this shot. So you come in and you do,
and that's it. Yeah, that was a great.
That's what it needs.
That was great. As a
It was really good,
closure,
really,
as
really
great
good.
closure. All right.
Yeah.
So Perry,
I'm
if
Perry.
this were a perfectly normal party, nothing is wrong, everything is fine. What is?
I'm
Perry?
sorry. From Perry's point of view.
No, I said if. So this is we're all pretending here for a moment. This is a perfectly normal
Yes.
party, perfectly normal Halloween high school student house party. Everything is fine. Everything is normal. What are you doing?
Perry's gonna find, like, on the picnic table in the backyard, a place to hang where he can. It's like periphery, so that if he's getting overstimulated, he can check out without it being too weird, because he's kind of on the edge of it. So it's in a place where there's like a little bit of conversation can happen, but also at a far enough remove that if I just need to take a second and go, like, it's not going to be weird. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, like, not all the way the hell in the back recesses of the yard, because that's probably where some kids are going to make out. But, like, you know, on the edge of the lit space.
The edge of the things. Yes, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're out there for probably half an hour. You probably got the relative. Go ahead.
Just clarifying, if I may, that based on my spidey senses and my earlier thing, when I went back to find my prop, I also definitely put the chalk in my pocket.
Okay. Duly noted.
Thank you.
Terrifying,
Sorry,
but duly noted.
It just seems like this is, I don't know.
Yeah. And I will say that you're probably out there for maybe a half an hour before you start getting text messages from Zhao. And they're classic emoji Banksy, like trying to figure this thing out. Like she's back at it with like all of the stuff. The initial one is go ahead.
She back at it Zhao style, or is she at it somebody trying to figure out how emojis work style?
This is Zhao. Nobody could fake this.
Okay.
Oh no. What if now you think that I'm implying your vagina is as big as a Ferris wheel?
What?
Have you not watched the Bo Burnham special?
No.
No.
I have
So
not.
good.
There's this whole song about sexting that's really funny.
That is wow.
I
That was
can
just out of
I can
left
picture
field.
which emojis
Understood.
juxtaposed might give someone that idea.
My daughter watched it and I was like, is it worth it? She's like, the songs are good. Watching the whole special,
It's really good.
all right.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's a so what
She and pretty soon she
can I parse a message from this string of
where are you? Are you okay? Company. I'm bringing out food, and pretty soon she shows up with like stuff and just like gets up, gets like you're sitting on like, like your feet are on the seat of, and then you're sitting on top of like a picnic table
so
kind of a thing.
I'm in
So
the
she
way.
gets up next to you and gets you like stuff in there. It's like, hey, what's up? Why are you out here?
Oh, hey, I was just feeling a little. My brain was crowded. I do
Okay,
veggie dumplings.
gotcha.
Those are really good. So yeah, so I came out to sit and just sort of like hang and be a part of things, but from where I wouldn't necessarily be in the middle of things, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I'm doing over here. So I'm really digging it. I'm having a great time. It might not look like it. I'm really enjoying myself. I felt like I was starting to enjoy myself a little too much.
It's okay. Shh, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Have some food. Have some punch.
Thank
Have
you.
you had some of the punch? I made a ton of punch.
Oh,
And she actually grabs somebody as they're going by, and her whole demeanor changes for a second. She goes, "Guys, have some of the punch." And then she turns around and she's back to Zhao mode again. And she's all back to being just
on our group chat. Don't drink the punch.
And Mitzi's already finished a glass.
it tastes fine.
I helped him make it. It's fine.
Didn't have her make all of it, but yeah, it should be fine.
She doesn't know which one's out, so
Exactly.
she's assuming it's the one she made.
There's so much.
The
she turns
hummus
around.
is
She's
really
like,
good.
"There's so much punch. I just need everybody to drink the punch." So I don't have much of it left.
I mean, there's nothing in it that's gonna harm anything if we just have to dump it out before it ferments. I mean, it could, even the drains that say drain to ocean. I mean, that's for like motor oil. That's not for punch. Like, don't worry about it.
I know. I just don't want to waste it.
It's
It's-
water. I mean, let's definitely wrap up the hummus so that doesn't go to waste. I mean, that's some good vegetarian protein right there. That's the amino acids that a growing body needs. Let's not waste that.
So weird. Okay, let's go get you some ice cream. I got like these little ice cream cup thingies that I bought.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. Come on.
Coming.
She grabs you by the tie. I'm assuming you're...
so I was like jumping into the So yes, there's a,
So is Harry the White Rabbit? Is that what it is?
Yes, he's the White Rabbit.
So is Silas acting like Bender?
Yeah, I'm dressed as John Bender.
what is Caleb actually going as then?
So Caleb is actually going as Frankenstein's monster.
Nice.
Perfect.
Like,
Does he correct the people who say, "Hey, Frankenstein"?
yes, every single time. every single time, and he does it aggressively.
Oh my god.
He's just like, no, I am not Dr. Frankenstein. I am Frankenstein's monster, and there's a big difference. Dr. Frankenstein was the monster. Like, he goes off into this whole tirade.
Amazing.
At some point,
Love
you
that
get the little philosophical raptor meme from Perry as he's overhearing this, and it's it says,
Throwback.
"Intelligence is knowing Frankenstein was not the monster. Wisdom is knowing Dr. Frankenstein was the monster."
Yes. Yes.
Now, weirdly, this is the one thing that Roberta absolutely agrees with you on and takes great pleasure in correcting people on. Like,
right on.
apparently correcting people on this particular kind of bit of trivia is 100% her vibe.
I love it.
Oh, okay.
She's
Apparently,
you're emphatic about it. She's
Yes.
mean about it. So
okay. I mean, whatever. I got her on my team. I'm good.
you're like, actually, and she's like, you're starting to say actually or for real, and she's going, have you read the book? Like, yeah. Anyway.
People are like, "There's a book."
Anybody who gets it right, though, she's like, and you can have a cupcake.
So yeah, Perry pops a couple of lactades and chews those up as we head in to get some ice cream.
Okay, so this is the normal thing, right?
Uh,
I can keep it
Silas,
going for another half hour.
are you asking us?
No, you're good for like, okay, so Silas is boyfriending at Mitzi, and Mitzi's like running the music.
The first hour, Mitzi's like, okay, cool, I think we got enough, so like they can.
Okay, you got it all lined up, and you guys get to just kind of hang and cuddle and let people look at you together, which is cool.
Don't perceive me.
You may not perceive me, but you can perceive us. It's a weird.
Is this the first time that Caleb and Perry are seeing Mitzi and Silas like publicly claim each other? Is this a first for us?
It was. We told people. This is probably the first time we're like doing boyfriend girlfriend stuff around people.
But the word did go out at one point in time where they said like we're going to be a boyfriend girlfriend because Caleb spent most of that session making a high pitched squee noise.
Oh, yeah. Frank wasn't there for that episode.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Perry would have got the memo at least. Somewhere.
Yeah, you would have got the memo, but now you're seeing it.
I just finally binge watched the season 2 because I couldn't get it on the ship. I only had season 1 on the ship of
Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy. So I feel like this is Perry's moment, seeing the two of you together, going, "When did that happen?"
You were told.
Going,
yeah,
who the hell are those guys?
You said the words, but I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Did you get the email?
Yeah, I mean, Perry didn't even know he had a piece that of psychic chalk. So
dimensionally psychoactive chalk. It's slightly different. Anyway, so this is what's going. So Caleb's making friends, weird friendship bond thing. Perry and Zhao. Perry's letting Zhao kind of lead him around.
That tracks.
What now? So that's what's going on. That's the vibe. And then we kind of turn it all about 90 degrees. And what else is going on? What's the other thing going on? Because Mitzi, Caleb's mom is riding Zhao like a tandem bicycle. Apparently, or partly.
So many better ways you could have said that.
I mean,
I think that was perfect. That was exactly it.
It was good. It was a good one.
I don't know why she needs the extra seat, but okay.
And it's fair to say that her mom is probably not trying to relive her bygone high school days. his mom is probably not trying to relive their bygone high school days. So what kind of, that raises the question of what kind of shenanigans she's up to, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
the flip
So I
side,
think-
like, this is what we
I think
see,
as-
but what is really going on?
I think as like Mitzi and Silas are cuddling like on the couch, she's like leaning over and whispering like, "Hey, I need to see what she may have planned. Do you mind, like,
What do you need?
just if someone asks weird things about me, just I'm gonna try not to look too suspicious. So like,
Okay. Are you okay?
oh, I need to see what's going on with my friend. Like, I need to." And I think she's like, no, we're way too much in the public. She's like, come with me, and she like grabs his hand and like takes him to another room.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell as I watch this happen. 7 minutes in heaven.
Oh no.
God damn it.
It might have happened.
Him off.
It might have happened, except you said that it might happen, and that'll make it never happen.
It's just flipping me off as you go.
Mitzi's
Yeah,
flipping
it's
me off.
100%. Just like both in unison. Just
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are so cute.
okay. So
do you end up in like a bedroom up on the
Yes,
next floor,
yeah.
or like a study
Yeah, in the guest room. In
Oh,
a
your
guest
guest room?
room. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Mitzi knows her way around. It's probably like the one she's been sleeping in.
So
And she's like, okay, I need you to just. That's the door, and she's like, I look weird when I do the thing, so I don't want people to see the.
So the question that I have is very critical for Silas is, what play it cool line as you're swinging the door shut, you're turning around. What's the play it cool, but we are alone in a bedroom line that you start to say, that you're going to say, that you plan to say, and then you turn around and Mitzi is standing there with her eyes like rolled back in her head glowing pink, and it all just dies on your lips.
yeah, I think he's like, man, you didn't even buy me dinner first.
Man, you didn't even buy me. Okay. All right. Again, I will say again, watch Hilda, the episode The Tide Mice on Netflix, for the effect that I'm thinking of here. Anyway. Okay, so Mitzi, what are you doing?
He's trying to find Zhao in the house again and like dive in. Like,
Okay.
You can see it's like one of those camera angles where like you see the camera like going out of her and like scooting around like the various rooms and stuff, and then finding Zhao and just like trying to like dive into her head like.
Okay.
Do you think I should burn for this?
Well, haven't you got like just about every flare that exists at this point?
I've gotten most of my flares.
Let me look at. Do you have them written down on this thing? I see. Okay,
Yeah,
let me
I
look.
have.
All right, so we got shielding. No, moat, overcharge.
Elemental awareness.
Overcharge would be channel the full capacity of your incredible powers to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses. Spend 2 berm to take a +10 when you unleash your powers. You basically automatically nail it on that. Elemental awareness would be you can ask any one question about the world around you, and the GM will answer honestly.
Yeah.
Pretty
They
straightforward.
also have to get a condition in order to do it too.
Yep.
Or I can just do and unleash my powers and try to dive in.
I think you have overcharge in here twice. You do.
Do I?
Yep. That's fine.
Yes. Oh, I do.
Yeah, it's
What am I
fine.
missing then? Am I missing boost?
Now you got boost.
Snatch.
Probably the damage one?
Building mode, overcharge, elemental
Because you should have
awareness.
like 7.
I'm missing boost.
Boost is at the bottom.
Is it? Snatch?
You got it
I
at
have
the top.
Snatch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 there, but one of them is there twice, so I don't know which one
Oh,
you're missing.
it's gonna be overcharge. Is gonna be there twice. That's why. You.
Yeah, overcharge is there twice, but there should be something there instead of overcharge is what I mean, because you should have 7. I just don't know what the other one is. It doesn't matter because what you're looking for is going to be either overcharge, or elemental awareness. Elemental awareness, you get like one straight up legit, just answer this question thing, or that's elemental awareness, and you got to pay a condition. Or you get overcharge, which is a little bit more loosey goosey, but costs you more burn.
Or I could just unleash my powers.
Well, that's you, or you can just unleash your powers. The only difference with overcharge is, you basically automatically take a 10 on unleash your powers, but you don't have to burn, and burn has the potential of picking up a whole bunch of conditions if you blow it.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You have.
Or I could pierce the mask.
You can pierce the mask. That's more about Zhao than it is about Caleb's mom, though.
Okay. Okay, fine. I'll roll for burn.
I mean, the upside is it might go well because you do have a condition floating around still. Roll your conditions. See what we got.
You say this. You say this. You say this. Yet. Yet.
Okay, so just looking at the burn thing here real quick. When you charge up your powers, I want to give this to you so bad, but when you charge up your powers, roll plus conditions you currently have marked. On a hit, hold 3. On 7, mark a condition. On a miss, hold 2 burn and mark 3 conditions. Okay, okay. Stay with me for a second here.
Do you want me to mark my conditions now, or do you want me to wait?
Wait, because
Okay.
Caleb or Silas is right there.
Uh-huh. Oh, does Silas want to support somehow?
This is, I feel. Yes. See, so here's the thing. I was thinking about this earlier today. I will tell you, Mitzi, what's going on, and I will put a little bit of the outside. You tell me how you present this, but you start to open yourself up because the burn is really opening yourself up to the power that's in the area kind of thing. So this is a little bit before you get a chance to do the unleash your powers, but we know that that's heading that way. You're going to open up your senses. You're going to check out the environment. You're going to learn all these things and really kind of open yourself up to the, I hate to use the phrase psychic maelstrom, but it is a high school like house party.
Yeah, there's a lot of brains happening right now.
It's your best friend, little blah, and there is, as you start to open this up and start to feel this area around you, there is a tremendous amount of malice directed, literally like you're an ant and there's something above you holding a magnifying glass on the. There's a tremendous amount of malice being aimed at this space right now.
At me in particular, or just the
house? The house. Okay. The whole event. And this is as you're opening up, but it's too late to close the floodgates kind of thing. This is definitely happening.
Yeah.
How does that start to present as Silas is turning around and you're opening things up and you're like about, kind of powering up, and you start to realize that this is going to be a tidal wave and you were expecting it to be just not that. You were expecting normal tide, not tidal wave. How does it look like on the outside for Silas seeing this?
I think typically whenever she does it, she's usually planted on the ground. Like she's usually standing or sitting or whatever. She's planted. She has a base to like hold herself down in some sort of fashion. I think she's starting to float. And it's not like her usual floating. It's like just like lifting off. And it looks like she's like being like pulled up by her forehead.
Is she?
Like, if that makes sense. Like
her. Yeah. That's wild. What about sounds?
I think she's just like, no. Like you hear like a soft no coming from her, like insistent no. Like oh no, like no. And I think just there's a tear starting to like form and like fall down.
So this is obviously a situation. One team can tip the balance, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. She's obviously opened the door on something pretty spectacularly bad. Silas, what do you do?
So he kind of walks up and he grabs each of her hands and he says, "I'm right here. Listen to my voice. You can do this."
And I think as he takes her hands and like she's like being like brought back down or like at least grounded somehow, she's just gonna interlock her fingers with his.
So you're kind of like arms out but fingers locked kind of thing?
No, it's just.
Or
I mean, if you
or
break
your
his
hands were down.
down-
I didn't know if
He's
you were
kinda-
doing like
he's
the
kinda
like-
thing.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's just more like it's like her arms are limp and she's just being pulled up by her forehead.
Okay, so you kind of take each hand, kind of a deal. All right, so you're just She doesn't see you, but you're making eye contact, except for the part where she's not making eye contact back, even though she's looking kind of directly at you because she's looking sort of through you. Now this is just for the burn, so this gets you though to a 7 to 9, so it's just market condition, but it gives you 3 burn.
Yeah. Which one do you think is good right now? Afraid or hopeless?
I feel like afraid. Hopeless
Yeah.
hopeless is maybe a bridge too far. There's a lot, and it's spooky, and there's a lot. But probably afraid. I feel like afraid. Because there's just a lot going on right now. And then you can spend 2 of those burn on the elemental. The overcharge. So that's a plus 10 on the
Unleash your powers.
Unleash your powers. So
There should be one on my side.
really broadly extending your senses, and whatever. So in this case, obviously, we're talking the telepathic senses and stuff like that. So you kind of zooming out through everybody. God, there's this terrible movie, but I'm not going to get into it right now. Anyway, so you find Zhao right away. So with Perry, it's definitely Zhao. She's there. She's clear, for lack of a better word. Her aura is clear, but there's sort of like a hazy, misty cloud of ill intent kind of lurking around or just above her. And every so often you'll see it kind of settle lightly on her, like kind of along the back of her head and her back a little bit, and she'll do something and then it kind of lifts back up and away. That intent, more broadly speaking, is that malice that's focused upon the whole party. Okay? Wherever that's coming, and where that, again, you kind of feel like you're at the ant level trying to figure out where the hot spot's coming from. And you specifically have the capacity to look up and perceive that. But for right now, the other thing that you pick up is that quite a few of the people at the party, say 2/3 probably, have sort of not the same kind of haze, but sort of like a red haze in their aura kind of thing, like tainted-ish, kind of, definitely not normal. Like if you're like they're off. There's a little of it around you, but in focusing on it, you can kind of go, I'd like that not to be there, and you kind of like almost bake it away from you. But there's just to make it clear for the viewers at home, because television viewers not super smart, somebody takes a drink of punch and their outline gets all red and hazy kind of a look to it. Where else do you direct your vision? Or what else do you want to know or see or anything?
Oh gosh, I kind of want to try to figure out like why she's doing this. Like, is it because she wants more bodies for the collection? Like, how can I get her to be out, like, off of Zhao? Like,
That If you want, I can tell you facts. The whys and wherefores of a thing, though, if you want, you've got the burn for it. But it's another condition to just say, give me an answer to this question.
You know what?
Or you can pierce the mask, which is not impossible because you're all psychically attuned to this whole thing. So you could go with the slightly dicier option that doesn't immediately mean I pick up a condition. Or you can say, I just want to know, and you're going to tell me because I'm tired.
I'm here right now. We're just gonna take that condition. And I'm gonna do with the elemental awareness.
Yeah. Knowing the mind of an unknowable thing is really where that condition is coming from. So
hold on to your butts.
You tell me once we're done what condition.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about. Yeah, we can figure that out. You had guessed at it. It's definitely that. This is a way to sort of weaken their resistance so she can strike at these all at once. But the ultimate idea here is that she's going to get everybody at the party. Or practically everybody at the party in one go, and pull them away to wherever it is that she's been taking everybody. There's just enough. Whatever is on with the punch is enough for her to go, I don't need a one-on-one. I can just sort of wave my hand to this whole thing, and I'm going to get you all. Kind of a deal. And she's going to get all of these little punks so you can't rescue them anymore, and just whoosh. And there's a perception. The thing that you see is like basically it's a very comic book kind of picture because it's the picture of the house with like the night sky above is mom looking down from like 150 feet high, like the psychically speaking, like you see her like looking down at the house with this kind of like evil smirk on her face. But it's not his mom. You get, and this is where a lot of it comes from. Yeah, the malice is there, but yeah, we knew you were going to come after the high schoolers anyway. Whatever's doing this is very clearly not motherly. It is another entity, and this entity's very calculated purpose is to take this away from you four. They're taking these people away from you so you cannot help them anymore. And they're doing that to a very specific purpose, which is to steer your fate. Because they can see it. They can see every strand of it, and they can see how they want to unravel it and leave only the one thread that they need. So, maybe that's hopeless. Maybe that's angry. I don't know. And I'm actually leaving that up to you because that is the thing. You see the figure of the mother, but within that figure of the mother, that's simply a projection of whatever this other thing is. It's the most convenient projection.
I think I'm going to go with angry just because they're using Zhao. And Zhao is like her girl. And like...
It's practically past tense at this point, but I like it. I like that a lot. Yeah, the using Zhao thing is,
that's my girl. How dare you?
How dare you? Take a perfectly good, stupid party idea, damn it, and turn it into a plot point. Mm-hmm. Filthy bastard. Oh, wait, you're talking to the GM now.
I dare you.
So, yeah. Now So, yeah, that's what's going on. And since you automatically take a 10, you haven't alerted anything to this. The plan is going forward. You can imagine a lot of things. For whatever reason, they're not doing anything yet. They need they want more of the kids to be susceptible. They need midnight. Who knows?
Yeah.
What's going on or when it's supposed to happen or anything, that kind of stuff. But that is the deal. What do you do or say to anybody or everybody?
I think as soon as she comes out of it, she actually does not realize she's off the ground. Kind of like collapses.
Just I kind of catch her.
Whoop.
Yeah.
You strings and saxophones.
No, No.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just right then, I have to like the music gets a little bit louder, door opens, girl, sorry, and just it's like her,
in a position
just
like
one good, just some random extra. It's like, you want a line in this episode? Sure. Okay, we need you to go in, be embarrassed, say sorry, and then back out again. That's it.
Like SAG card.
What? So Silas catches her and he's like, "What happened?"
Oh, they're using the punch. It's Caleb's mom, but not Caleb's mom. And they're using the punch to get a hold of all the students in the school to.
Is everybody
thing.
safe?
We need to stop having the punch.
Okay.
We aren't. Yeah.
I, with the one hand, just text Perry real quick and say,
And that's when she realizes, like, he's like holding, like they're that close, and she's like, "Oh, hi."
Yeah, I'm like, get rid of the punch, and I texted the group chat and I'm like, it's Perry, get rid of the punch. There's some funky space stuff. Too much to explain.
I like how you gave the instruction to get rid of the punch to the person who's likely to do it in the most unsubtle and direct and obvious way.
The only thing I'm going to try to do is turn the kitchen lights off first.
The what lights?
Kitchen or wherever.
Oh, there's that. Like, there's a punch bowl there, but that's not all the punch.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk up to Perry and be like, "Okay, Perry, punch is in that fridge. Portal at the bottom of the fridge. Just dump it all in the ocean. Close the portal. We're done."
Amazing.
Yeah, the kitchen lights go off and you portal the punch bowl away, and then Caleb comes up and is like, "Get rid of the drinks refrigerator in the garage."
The whole refrigerator.
I mean, I'm like, skinny dipping.
Anyway, while they're doing all those shenanigans,
is this the kind of thing that you would like us to roll? Sorry. Go ahead.
You go. No, Silas, you go first.
So yeah, after I send the text, I look back and I say, "They've got it handled." Okay.
Okay.
You don't have to be a hero every single day.
I love his optimism.
And I think she's like, because he's wearing like the jacket, she's like just like playing with the buttons, and she's like, and like grabbing it, and she's like, I know, it's Xiao, and I'm so pissed off that they are using her like that. It's just, and they're doing it because of me. They're doing it because of me.
They're doing it because they're evil. It's not your fault.
I like that so much.
Evil people do evil things. And you're a good person, and you're going to do good things, and you're going to look after your friends when they need it. But that means that you have to be able to take care of yourself sometimes, too.
Interspersed with this is the lights going out, lights coming back out, and then where'd the punch go? And then Perry's like, "Oh, yeah, where did the punch?" And Caleb coming up, slapping outside, "We'll go get some more!"
Amazing.
I mean,
Kegs are looking pretty good now, huh?
And then Mitsu's like, "Yeah, I guess. I suppose. I Thank you. Thanks for being here for me. I really.
Of course.
You're always stapling this. You're always here to keep me grounded, and I really appreciate it.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah.
See, that's the wrong song. That is 100% the wrong song.
That's a song about cheating.
My thumb slipped. I meant to press. Woman in red.
Oh my God.
Is that
That's worse.
Shit. Why am I the DJ? This sucks.
In any case, he kind of like, still having been holding her this way or whatever, he kind of like slowly like sets her upright and is like, "Now are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna go out there and enjoy yourself? Are you gonna have a good time?"
Something about her.
Okay.
You guys are killing me.
I know. She's actually like just like.
What?
She wants to say
And-
something to him, but she's like also like I don't want to push his boundaries.
Don't take a word, not a single word. Go on and kiss the
All right,
girl.
and he says, "All right, get back out there. Let's go have a party, okay?"
You walk out into the party and this is playing
As-
because
as-
I'm evil.
Wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
go ahead.
So as we walk out, she goes first, and he like grabs her hand and pulls her in and kisses her.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, she's caught off guard. She
And-
reciprocates.
Is the door open? Because I want the music from outside to come into the room while this is happening.
Yes.
The door opens, the music plays, and Silas gets just the final sign that he needs. Or he just
Who put
decides
the Little Mermaid on the soundtrack?
it's a cover. It's totally okay.
Oh my god. Kiss her, and it's like,
I even put a timestamp in there so it jumps to the right line. You know.
he said, I figured that the time that I was tired of waiting.
Thank God!
What was that? I'm sorry.
He said,
I literally cut out.
Oh,
he said, I'm sorry. I know we were waiting for the right time, but I was tired of waiting.
so good.
And she's like, I think this is the right time. So it's
It
fine.
is now.
Yeah. I finally did it.
Yay! Thank.
Silas, you can mark off your thing, maybe. I don't.
Yep. Oh, I think I
would-
mark potential for that. I just remembered.
See, I was thinking about this, and I was like, "What is there's the thing with that role is like I want to do it to do something. Like you want to do it for comfort and support. The problem is there's dice rolling, but it works great as I'm going to give you a +1 on this roll by coming up and laying one on you because you can't mess it up.
Yeah.
It's just a straight +1.
Yeah.
This is the great distraction in the TV version of this because everyone thinks he's going to kiss her when she's freaking out in the bedroom, and then it doesn't happen, and everyone's groaning and throwing
That was
popcorn at the
100
TV.
That
And then
was so intentional. I was like, I'm gonna make it think that it's gonna be a blue ball again, and then I'm gonna get
and
it.
then he
and
kisses
it's
her,
gonna be
everyone's
great.
like, "Yeah! Why didn't you do it before? Oh my God!" Yeah,
It's fine. It's happening now.
that's fantastic. I love it.
Oh.
That's good stuff. All right. So yeah,
I have a question.
yes, sir.
Mitzi, do you tell us about the red aura around them?
Oh, distracted guys.
I don't think so.
No, and this is a question for Mode if Mitzi did that
Oh, no.
because I don't know. Okay.
No. She's
Yeah,
just like, hey, just get rid of the punch. It's not-
Most
it's
yeah,
not-
Silas was like she's doing it's mom's
Just
doing
get rid of
something
the punch.
nefarious with the punch. Get rid of the punch. Punch is red. If you really want to, you could do a dark vision off the punch.
No.
But
I'm gonna be honest. I'm legit afraid to do any more dark visions right now.
you are a little close. You are a little.
I have, I think, 11 more
Oh, that's nothing.
Doom tracks.
You're fine.
Not a whole lot going on around here. Let's see what's behind this door. No.
There any other
Is there
doors
another
around
door?
here? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you guys go out to the garage. Check this one.
Hey, so-
That's all snacks. You open up this one. It looks like a freaking rack for blood sacks or something. It's nothing but red punch and buckets out
like
there.
the giant fridge of red goo from Die Hard 2. Is that the one where they blow up the thing in the bridge? It was like just the giant thing of explodey fluid in the fridge.
So they open up. That's the one portal. Whoop.
Where you go?
Flipper.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little cup of it. You're sciencey, right, Perry?
Yeah, but this is magic shit.
Yeah. Maybe there's some sciencey shit to it too. We don't know. It can't hurt to try it.
Well, yeah, there is.
Not taste it. I mean, like you do your sciencey things.
I don't have a baggie, but we got to put it in a thing. Mason jar? empty some of those snacks. I'll flip the thing inside out.
I'm gonna go find a Ziploc bag and pour it in a
That's what I'm
Ziploc
saying.
bag.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Here's my dilemma. Actually, Doyce, look at my notes page real quick. Onegaishimasu.
Perry's notes page.
Very last one.
Oh wow!
So I don't want to.
You have a lot of notes.
Sorry, we're just looking at the last one right now. I don't.
No,
wanna
I'm
pull out
looking
my
at the
notes
second,
here.
at the third to last one that says WTF chalk.
Yes.
Light bulb moment at the party. Assess situation. Is this the group of high school kids that Caleb's mom prevents us from saving? Yes.
Now, okay. I mean, but I don't want to take that from information that Perry is coming at that from a different direction, which is recognizing these kids from the memorial bust of all of their right. So, if I either need to roll for that or not, you tell me. But my dilemma right now is, okay, we gotta stop whoever these demons are from taking these kids so that we can put them in danger and save them from whatever that is so that we can restore the timeline. Is kind of where Perry's head is right now while we're throwing punch into the ocean.
Maybe. Yeah. Keeping them around means they're probably going to be put in other danger later. But that to a certain extent, that's a function of them being a kid in Halcyon City.
Right.
You are not putting them in more danger by having them not get turned to stone.
Sorry, 1 second. I got short stack on the hotline.
We're getting a little late, so I'm aware that we're getting a little late.
I don't have much longer.
So you're not putting them in more danger by having them not be turned to stone at this time. So now that keeps them in the timeline, and the timeline may potentially be dangerous for them later because of other stuff. But right now, you are saving them.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yes.
So perhaps not as fractal as Perry might have it be.
Time likes certain things to happen. In this case, time wants these kids to be put in peril and then have you save them, right? By trying to remove them from the timeline so that you can't save them, the bad guy, in this case, Caleb's mom, may have, and probably you think, as you're doing this and making the thing go away, you're kind of sitting there, it suddenly turns into a little anime chibi thing as they do a little thing. By trying to take them out of the timeline so we can't rescue them, they actually provided a perfect opportunity for us to rescue them, thus restoring a portion of the timeline. Ta-da! It's that kind of a...
Yep.
Yes, possibly. Which is not going to be great news for whoever you just did this to. Who is not going to be happy.
Next thought is, you guys, we need to call the cavalry right now.
Is there a cavalry? I thought you guys were the cavalry.
Maybe it's us, but I'm also thinking, okay, Mitzi, I'm like, is this open?
Oh, no, I would have to open it up. You can't knock on me. I have to come to you.
You have to knock on me? Okay.
Mitzi's on
push
Do Not
my
Disturb.
boundaries, baby.
Mitzi's on Do Not Disturb right now.
Okay. Wait. I also just realized that the plan that hatched in my brain, sorry, I'm doing it again. My brain does this all the time. And it's a frank thing because I hear stuff in other scenes and then I think I know it. And then
that's okay.
My brain does the leap.
That's fine because we could process this as the next plan. Right now it's like, wait a second, we need to do something about this and we can just leave it right there.
I think, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Because we can't do more about it right now anyway.
I got a little girl upstairs who really wants to put her costume on.
Oh.
That's critically important. Okay.
What is she going to be? Sorry.
So I'm closer to you guys. I'm closer to all you guys.
Okay, but whom?
I love you all. Sorry for going first. I gotta hop up.
Yeah, you do. You can't leave until you tell us what short stack is going to be for Halloween.
It was many different things. I'm not entirely sure what we've settled on. At one point, she was going to be Anna Banana from there's like a rainbow superhero thing, which Christine and I were kind of laughing about because of what calling an Asian person a banana means, but we didn't want to sort of hip her to that.
That's fair.
At age 5, but now it's turned into some other kind of princess. I'm not sure what.
That's fair.
Yeah. So
who are you closer to?
I feel like I did the most with Caleb because we were on the party prep team together and we were on the oh shit get rid of the punch together. And the only other potential is Zhao, but I'm feeling kind of weird about her still.
That's fair. I'm going to mark potential, and then Caleb will tell me what labels to shift, and you can run.
Sweet. Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
100%. I keep thinking that Perry and Caleb are Beast Boy and Cyborg.
There we go. All right. Out you get. Go. Fleet. Caleb, you go.
Honestly, I think he's feeling kind of more into the idea of himself.
That's
a little
good.
bit. Like he's like actually starting to make friends with like people outside of, you know, you three who are wonderful, but like
Other
also he like other humans that he can have conversations with and be like,
Well, and
I can be me and
I
like
think
share these
also
things, so.
the situation with you and your mom is becoming a lot clearer.
Yeah.
There's some of that too. All right, cool. So just shift your labels. That's all you need to do.
Okay.
Mitzi, I'm assuming Perry.
What? It's Silas. Only for obvious reasons.
Helping you with the playlist. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes, just that.
Okay,
I think
so
we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do because of his. And this is kind of becoming a pattern, but it is what it is. We're gonna do mundane up and savior down because you don't have to be a hero all the time.
This is true. Yeah. He did say that to her.
I think because don't you double dip a little bit on giving him influence or something like that or is that a different thing? That's a comfort and support or something like that, right?
Yeah. And that's when I get everything.
Oh, hey, remind me when we're not going to loop back to this, but remind me to do this like when we start next time. We'll do a flashback and have you actually roll. But the whole thing where it's like you don't need to be a hero. You're fine. You're fine. We're going to take care of it. I would like Silas to do a comfort and support. I think that should be in there, maybe, but maybe not. If you want.
I mean, Doyce, it doesn't take me long to make that roll. That's a hit. Like, clear that condition.
Yeah, clear condition. And that actually should probably be one better than that because you have influence. Why is it -2? Why did Mitzi roll mundane?
I didn't roll mundane.
Oh, Sean, you clicked on Mitzi's sheet.
I'm on hers. Whoops, my bad.
Well, no, you rolled a 6 and a 4. It's just going to be better with your roll.
Right, because I have the.
Yeah, just
instead
take those
of
numbers and use it yourself.
Instead of a -2, it would have ended up.
It's a +2.
Oh, then you got.
Which means it's 10 + 2, 12.
Yeah, you got 12. Yeah. That's a pretty good
hit.
comfort and support. You can actually clear condition too if you have one, or take potential.
Oh, dope. Well, I'm gonna mark potential because, and also speaking of marking potential, these new drives are super good. I'm excited about them.
Did you put them down yet? Do I get to see?
I already did.
Tell someone your true feelings for them. Save a teammate's life. Take down a threat all by yourself, and get a new hero name. Oh, I am excited.
Foreshadowing on that last one.
I am excited. Transcendent Kid, I'm assuming?
Oh, fuck that. I do think I will probably be in your inbox at some time this week because we're getting close to some things being able to happen.
Yes, yeah, I think so too. So, okay. Sweet. And I think I read that right. Let me see. Comfort support. The 10 on 10. You can also add team to the. Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't give you potential. I lied. You can either add team to the pool or clear a condition for yourself. But do you even have one? You don't have one, so
I just marked potential for that last one.
You don't mark potential for the 12. That's the one thing that you don't get to do out of the nailing it. You either get to add team to the pool or clear a condition for yourself. It doesn't give you the option for adding potential. So I screwed that part up. But I'll put team in, so you've got that. Since you can't clear condition, you might as well take that. All right.
Sean, afraid, angry, or insecure?
I mean, the selfish part of me wants to say angry because I don't want you to lash out at me.
Well, she's angry. She's angry about the Zhao thing, though. So
I would say insecure, probably. Just because
my boy actually likes me for realsies with kisses and everything.
And not every bad thing that's happening is my fault.
What?
Yes, I love that.
All right. I think it was Sean's turn to do the thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what it's going to be. What are my labels going to be?
Let me look at yours.
Can his mundane go up? He's finally figured out his mundane.
He's been having mundane. I think I'm going to do superior down.
Well, because his thing has always been he's really good at taking care of other people, just not good at taking care of himself.
I think you got to raise his savior.
Yeah, and savior up.
Savior up and what down?
Superior.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, I like that.
That's a good look.
I like that a lot.
All right. Well, okay. That was a bit of a mess, but it was a fun mess. I said this before you got back, Sean. It's like, on the one hand, you want to get to the action, but on the other hand, the stupid minutia of getting together a high school party is just like this mud that you just want to wallow around in for 2 hours. It's so much fun. Everybody is so freaking adorable.
And we'll do part 2 probably of the party next week. So.
Well, yeah, party and possibly showdown with mom and.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh, I need to get out of this chair and stretch.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you. One last question.
Yes. Did you do stuff directly to mom?
Because I did find out, I literally had the conversation with.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So take that as a yes. I got to get you off of Doom, so you stop just getting potential just for asking the right question.
Right?
Potential engine. I don't think. You know what it was is the guy who had Doom before that I've worked with before that I did this with before one other time was so embarrassed about asking about it because his nemesis was also kind of like his amnesiac girlfriend, or she wasn't amnesiac, but he was kind of amnesiac about the times that they'd hooked up in the past. That he never really wanted to ask questions about it, so he could almost never say that he'd done anything toward that. So he.
Oh yeah, I ask about it almost everything. I'm like,
yeah. He ended up. You want to talk about close? I think he finally got his showdown with 2 ticks left on his last track. He was close. He was very close. Anyway, all right. I will let you go since we are quite over the time. Thank you all for your patience and also for that magnificent flower crown.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I made it in less than an hour. I was watching Great British Bake Off. It just
amazing.
So
hot
good.
glued.
That's so cool. That's amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Happy Halloween. You have a good day.
Happy Halloween. Everybody be
Happy
safe.
Halloween. Go Fright and Kraken.
Bye.
Bye.